Okay, here we are again. Intro has played. We're a little late, but, well, if you viewed a relatively recent Twitter and or Discord post of mine, you know why that is. So, we will give it about 2.5 minutes, and then we'll get started. Let me move this right here as well. I got my notes up. Yep, I do. Let's see here. Let's make sure I know where I'm going here in terms of note-taking. Okay. We're good. Alright, take a drink. And then, drum roll please for when my other clock realizes I'm waiting for it to have dramatic timing. There we go. Oh, let's get started, shall we? You know, I was going to say something before about how I really should think more about how I schedule these streams for just after the afternoon lull. I almost never actually take a nap in the 2 to 4 p.m. area where most people feel sleepiest outside of at night. But I suppose, since I'm waiting on a plane anyway, now would be a good, as good a time as any to go to sleep, if it wasn't for the fact that there are demons that are quite literally going to kill me if I so much as stop moving, or rather, if I start moving, because this is a game with random encounters, so if you stop moving, the demons don't come and kill you, but then you don't make forward progress. You know what I mean. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Digital Devil Saga 2, the Stream Edition. Last time we started up the Archangel side quest Oh, excuse me. By defeating Uriel, Raphael, and Gabriel, we didn't go find the fourth and final Archangel just yet, because we weren't sure where to look, so we decided to come to the airport instead. And we're going to sit around here until we get all of our Dyne skills, and then once we're done with that and we find a shortcut back to this save point that we got to last time, we will then double back and we'll go see if we can find where the angels are hiding. But until that point, we might as well just hang around here. Only other change since last time is that I decided to give Surf, you may have seen it just there, Fire Lord, instead of Dark Leader, because I want him to try to get Agidine before the next sub-boss. I don't know if it's going to happen, but it's a distinct possibility, and if he can get it, then so much the better, because then we'll be able to do some cool shenanigans with the next boss fight. But in the meantime, let's go back down here and explore this little section that we did not fill out last time, because I literally went and took care of Callie there and then made a beeline for the save point. But we've explored everything else to this point, except for what's past that door down there, but we can't go through there just yet because it's locked from the other side. I think I checked that last time, so. But yeah, we'll go through that door from the other side when we get there later. Apparently, they couldn't even bother labeling the counter with Airbnb because it's just ARB. So that's fun. You know what else is fun? Debilitate. Let's see here. How do I want to handle that? Probably like this. Because I don't care about the everything else down. I do care about the accuracy down. That's the most important thing to worry about for now. I want to say that Rangda just shrugs off, what's it called? Agi. Like, I don't know if it reflects it or what, but I think their all shock should work okay. Yeah, they both resist it, but at the very least, then I've used my press turn somewhat effectively, you know. And we can at the very least get rid of one of them. There we go. Magic repel, that's fine. Just whack her upside the head until she decides to stop moving. Of course, she'll dodge with me at +0 because I'm at +0, so of course she will. It's fine. Because I'm a survivor, and you, Nyx, are not. I would have loved to have eaten in that fight, but that's okay. We'll make do without it for now. And we'll just slowly build ourselves up. I was going to say, they couldn't even bother with the Airbnb terminals here because all they have is ARB terminals. Something tells me Airbnb didn't exist when this game came out, though, so... Medical gear, nice. That will work. Alright, up the stairs we go. We'll head to the left first because we know that that leads to a section that we could not get to before. And then to the right will lead us to, you know, something else. I actually want Surf to eat here, so I think I'm going to have him do it, because he's the one working on the Fire Lord, so I need him to work on a firing squad here pretty close, so we'll just, you know, get him some AP and go from there. Alright, so we'll go this way first, because going to the right just leads further on in the dungeon, as I said, so we'll go this way instead. Alright, so this one... Yeah, this worked out last time, so we'll just do this for now. And since that's the case, let's do this. And then let's do this. And he dodged anyway. See what I mean, though? So they don't mess around. They'll dodge whatever they feel like dodging for no apparent reason. So... let's see. I'm going to do regular Mazio, see if I can get him within range. Yes, I can. Good. Now Gale can eat. Fantastique! Now we just got to get CeeLo some food, and then we'll be in good shape. Yeah, that worked pretty nicely for Gale. Hey, Marie, how's it going? Welcome. So weird not seeing 5 party members in the battle results screen. Yeah, this game does that a lot. Just got back from the gym and you feel like shit. Yeah, I know that feeling, like right when you get back from the gym and it just feels like garbage until the euphoria kicks in. Yeah, I know that feeling. It'll pass, not to worry, it just might take a little while, that's all. But welcome, how you doing? We're just hanging out in the airport waiting for our flight. Well, not waiting. We're actively seeking out our flight, but I can't find a TSA agent to point me to the correct gate. All these people just keep trying to kill me. What euphoria? Yeah, I know. There's a feeling that I usually get after a certain amount of time spent at the gym where my muscles just, like, relax a little bit after, you know, working them out so much, and your brain just, like, the serotonin kicks in and your brain just makes you feel real good, so. I don't know if that's ever happened to you, but it's happened to me before anyway, so. Let's see if this plus another Vile Blade will work. Should. Do I want to eat, though? That's the question. And I think the answer is yes. I know we won't get the full benefit out of this fight, but actually I can handle that pretty easily. This time we didn't even get hit by it. Oh, well, it's Mediorama. We will pass around to get to Silo's turn, because I think he should be able to eat this one, even with the Pterandas. Yeah. Good. That'll work. And Gale's almost done with Evil Spirit. Maybe we'll go back and get close to the save points, so that way we can give him the next thing in his lineup of things to do in about 2 seconds when he finishes Evil Spirit. Okay, a Gur and a Nandi. Got it. Let's do this. Get some prior damage off on you. Pass, and we'll Zeodyne you. Okay. Let's see how Neural Shock does. Probably kill, yeah, the Gur. And we'll do this. There we go. See, Surf having strength finally is actually helping a lot because it makes it so I can kind of eat whenever I feel like it. It's pretty nice. You don't feel good after the gym ever. You run the bike machine for 20 minutes, calorie goal 320, bike for almost 5 miles and burn 252 calories in 20 minutes. The plan is designed for 30 minutes. Nice. Well, that's good, though. It means you're burning some calories, making some good progress. Just make sure you're drinking enough water and everything, both during and after the fact, and actually really before as well. Because your water intake is the important part when it comes to that euphoric feeling. If you don't drink enough water before, during, and after your routine, you will just feel like shit the whole time. So, trust me, I've experienced it. It's not fun. All right, well, Gale's definitely gonna finish off Evil Spirit here. Oh, really? You're obese according numbers? I wouldn't have placed that on you. That's, yeah, not even what I would have expected. Huh. I mean, I can see how that would help motivation-wise, but yeah, I don't think I would have placed that for you. Oh, hormonal weight gain. Yeah, I can see that being a problem. Yeah. Yeah. So. Actually, thinking about it, though, the one guy that was in my electrician's class is classified as obese, and he doesn't look the part at all. I mean, he looks a little overweight for his height, but, like, he doesn't look obese, but according to his doctors, he's classified as obese, and it's like, excuse me? What? Are you sure? Sure as hell don't look obese. Yeah, I know. I don't understand the classification sometimes. Hey, look, we unlocked a new secret mantra. And it's a stat node. What are we going to get out of this one? This will give us 3 more luck. Okay, well, I guess it's better than no more luck. We'll eventually get this one, but we need to get Ice Master first, and that'll get us another stat. Probably nothing particularly important either. How are we doing on the stat nodes anyway? Oh, we're getting there. We got like 1, 2, 3, 4 more to go, I think. According to this, because there's one all the way on the right side in the same row that Gale's in right now. There's one opposite that one in the top left that we already got. And then I think that one in the top there is also a stat node, along with the one in the bottom. So, but anyway, Gale needs to work on Dark Spirit now so we can get Wicked Curse, because that'll come in pretty handy for those Nandis. So we'll do that. What else have we got? I think everybody else is good for right now. Surf is almost done with Fire Lord. He should be done by the time we're done getting that, treasure over there. Maybe a little bit of difference in terms of, like, we might have to go slightly past the save point and then come back to finish Fire Lord and Earth Lord for CeeLo, but we'll work on it. And Sarah can just keep working on Vidyaraha and its, you know, the things above it. We'll be in good shape in that department. I'm just going to be Diorama. I know CeeLo's hurting a little for MP right now, but yeah, we'll fix that in a few minutes. We'll just get him some food, and he'll be good. Being 6'4" kind of throws off everything. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, it throws off the, you know, all the balancing and everything like that in terms of like how the weight interacts with your body and everything. Yeah, 40k is nothing at this point, especially since we got those Omoicons in the last episode. That really makes a huge difference in terms of our money count for right now. I mean, 40k wouldn't be too bad anyway, because we're getting like 10k a battle now, but yeah, it's really not too bad. We're in good shape. Gotta watch that Gura a little bit there. Maybe have CeeLo eat it like right now. Oh yeah, for sure, right now. Do that, and then Aguilau. I think that works. No, it does not. Okay. I mean, that's fine. I'm not really too concerned because I can Zandine and then Vile Blade. Do I need to Vile Blade here? I'm going to do it anyway because it'll probably do more damage than a regular physical. Oh, that killed. Okay, well, that's fine. Thanks to hormones, you put on like 70 pounds, being your weight feels bad. Wow, 70 pounds. Holy hell. Yeah, that's a lot of weight to put on from the hormones. I didn't expect it to put that much on. I admittedly don't know a whole lot about the hormonal transition process, to be honest. So I can't really say I have like a sizable amount of knowledge about what goes into it and all of that. So it's probably my own ignorance coming into play there, unfortunately. Hormonal weight gain sucks. Didn't think you put on that. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, that's. I definitely would never have expected that amount of weight. You know what I mean? We got a new ring out of that treasure chest, the dual ring. It is all the way down here. So what this allows you to do is it allows you to act 2 times consecutively. So normally your press turns, it'll go like the first person, the second person, the third person. Well, now it'll go the first person, the second person. So it doesn't give you an extra press turn, unfortunately. But it does allow you to have 2 consecutive actions. So if you have a weakness hit that's really good against the boss and you want that person to use the dual ring, you could do that. And it will come in handy in exactly one boss fight in this entire game. So, but we'll worry about that when we get to it. For now, we'll just keep going. Just remember that it's there because you'll probably want it for the last sub-boss fight of this area. So. I think we'll leave CeeLo's MP as it is for now. He'll be alright. You were regularly exercising back then? Could have put on more, closer to 100 by your... Wow. Yeah. Without the exercise, yeah, that would have been a big deal. Wow. Basically starving yourself, put on 20 pounds in a month, barely eat as it stands, so putting on that much was scary. Yeah, I could definitely see that, yeah. Oh boy. That's something. I'll tell you what. I'm going to pass and have CeeLo get some red meat in his diet over here. There we go. So they'll waste a turn using Mediarahan, that's fine. We can probably use this as almost an MP battery for CeeLo, really. Because I could just do the exact same thing I just did, and then have him eat again, and we'll get a net gain of a bunch of stuff from that. Well, unless that happens. That doesn't help. Neither does that. Okay, well, more at this point we're more worried about because we already know that this fight's not gonna, you know, get us in very good shape in terms of the cash flow, so let's do that. I wonder if CeeLo can kill with the stun. Let's see. Yeah, okay. I thought so, I just wasn't 100% sure. Okay, that's fine. We'll let you be for now. And now we'll just let him eat again. Or we won't. Gale, why don't you do the honors then? Not that you need the MP all that badly, but, you know. You could use the AP. Everybody could use the AP. And actually, if I had had CeeLo eat there, it would have been a little bit of a waste, because he's almost done with Earth Lord as it is, so probably better that I didn't. Dia a go-go, though, because Gale got all that MP back. So, just do that. That's the only unfortunate part about having anyone other than Surf or Sarah using the multi-target status ailment attacks is that it's pretty MP intensive. So it can get a little bit trying if you keep doing that over and over again. Let's see, 1 Frighten. Let's give that to Surf. And then, I don't know, Gale, can you do this? I kind of doubt it. Maybe a Vile Blade's in order. Okay, they've got about that much HP, so yeah, Gale probably could have consumed there and been fine. CeeLo wouldn't have, but I mean, it doesn't matter, we did it. And CeeLo learned Matarazi and Earth Drain, good. Very good, very good. So now let's just get him over here, so we can get him working on Pterodyne. And then we'll be good. Do I want to work on anything other than Pterodyne now that I think about it? Let's see. Let's take a look, shall we? We eventually do want him to get Rakukaja. I swear, I haven't been avoiding Rakukaja on purpose. It's just not convenient for me right now. Oh, we unlocked another secret mantra. Okay. And which esoteric is this one? Esoteric number 7. Okay. This one has Casitas in it, right? Yeah, and Auto Chakra, which is almost like Mana Aid from Nocturne. It'll give you back a set amount of MP after each battle. So it's not bad. It's a little bit on the pricey side, and it's a little bit pricey in terms of AP to learn. I mean, we have enough money to get it. 200k ain't a whole lot, but if it comes to that sort of a skill where it gives you some MP back after each battle, I'm going to look for this one instead, this mantra instead of the other one, because it's a little more... it's a little bit less expensive, and it takes a little bit less AP to learn, so that's the main thing. But we want Pterodyne and Rakukaja, so probably I'll just have CeeLo go straight through these two. Yeah, because he really doesn't have a whole lot going for him after that. He really just needs to work on getting Mediarahan, and then work on getting all of his ailment voids, really, and he's done, so... let's start with this one first, so we can work on more Dyne skills. And then after that, I think we're good for about a minute here until we get Fire Lord and then subsequently get Vidyaraha, like right after. I'm going to heal CeeLo's MP, just because. Yeah, the random target move for Earth Elemental damage is literally called Heavy Rock, yeah. It's fun. Oh boy. Yeah, that is literally Earth Magic in a nutshell, that's true. Although in this case, I mean, like, you kind of break the ground up at their feet with the other Earth Magic. In this case, it literally throws a rock at them, so... a little different, but that's, like, just semantics at this point, you know? So... Sir, you stop that right now. I'm going to Tsukikaja myself, because that's not good. Gale, if you please. Thank you. And, okay, that'll almost do us for Fire Lord. We'll go looking over here. We'll just check it out and see what we can find until we get into another encounter and then have to go back immediately. Oh, another treasure. All right, let's take a look. We got a couple wind walls. Okay, those will probably be useful later on in the dungeon. I might just sell them, though, honestly, because I'd rather just have Force Drain or Force Repel in that case, so... Oh, I love that. I was going to say goodbye, everybody. But thankfully, Surf did not get Calm Death, nor did Gale, because both of those would have just been, oh, phenomenal. Panacea, and then Miragion, and then we go to town. Let's see, we'll do that. We'll lose the press turn because Gale's asleep, that's fine. We'll get a little HP and MP back, so that's not too bad. And then, I don't think Neural Shock will kill them, so just eat them, CeeLo. Munch! Nice dodge. Cold Wave won't really matter too much if you dodge that, so that's good. Let's see. I think Aguila will probably kill. Yeah. So. That's alright. Yeah, maybe it's not alright, because I would have rather that Surf got Fire Lord mastered there, but that's okay. We got a Sakura out of that fight, though, so that's pretty good. That'll sell for a good chunk. So if you were hurting for money, once you find the Mad Mart Express around here, you could sell all those random flowers you've been getting from a good chunk of these fights, and you should be in a little bit better shape. Alright, we got 2 shocks. That is good. CeeLo and Gale probably will both be able to munch here. Yes, I'll do that. Because then I can just have Surf do this and hope for the best. Yep, we're good. Can we talk about how nuts our exit plan to save the world is? I don't think we've talked enough about that. It is pretty out there, isn't it? We're sending Sarah and everybody else's data to the literal sun to talk to God. It's, I mean, I suppose the cycle of solar data in the universe, it makes it sort of make sense, but only sort of, and also it seems incredibly ridiculous because it's like, okay, so if we could have done that all along, you know, like maybe we should have done it before the whole world started ending. I don't know. It just seems like seems like we missed out on the opportunity here to chat with God a little bit. Although we haven't really ever tested this. Sarah has said, yeah, I don't actually even know if this is going to work. So, yeah. Let's see. Oh, we don't have Ice Master. That's why we haven't unlocked that esoteric. Okay. Well, we'll worry about that in a minute. Let's get Agidine first, because it's going to be more immediately useful for us. And I would love to get it before the next sub-boss fight as well, because the next sub-boss is weak to fire, and if I have Agidine, it'll do a whole bunch. And also I can have Gale set a physical move for that sub-boss fight, so I can actually demonstrate why you want to have Dyne skills and physical moves in the same team. We're going to talk to the sun. I think we missed a few steps to get to this point. Well, all we know is that God's data seems to come from the sun, so that's why it... I don't know, it seems like it makes about as much sense as every other batshit JRPG that I've played in my lifetime, so... maybe it doesn't faze me as much. Hey, Conker, it's going good. How's it going for you there? We're just discussing how ridiculous it is that we're going to be flying directly into the sun with our solar data to talk to God to finish up the game. So that's fun. Ooh, this is a smorgasbord. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Finish up Vidya Raha for Sarah so I can go right back to the save point. Love it when I get 3 shocks. It's fantastic. Doesn't phase you, just makes you ask questions. Like Final Fantasy X-2 was dumber than this. I haven't played X-2, but I've heard some things, I'll tell you what. Alright, well Sarah got... well, Null Nerve is pretty nice, but she also got Neural Shock, so that's good. Her Vitality and Magic also went up, so that's also good. And we got some more luck. Fantastic. Could use some more magic, but that's fine. I can't ask for miracles here. Doesn't always work out for us. Okay, so right back to the save point. We'll get her working on... the next one, Holy Leader, that's what it is. Helping to take care of your niece and nephew a little while ago and are now eating. Nice, Conker, nice. Well, hopefully I'm sure they appreciate all the help that you give them. But it's good to take a break so you can, you know, get a chance to eat. That's always fun. It's always good. Make sure you have the sustenance you need. So, let's see here. Yeah, so you're still good there. Everybody else is still good where they're working on, so I think we're in good shape. 77 magic. If Sarah uses a Dyne spell, something will instantly be erased from existence. Yes, her Zeodynes are hitting for a lot of damage. Like, if she uses Zeodyne on a Gur here, it'll probably deal about 450, 500 damage. It will instantly eviscerate that damn skeleton bird, and I am perfectly okay with it. I am not a fan of Gurs in this game. They are way too fast. I think there's just a treasure over in this section. We're going to be going downstairs from here on until we get back upstairs and go through there. But, well, we can't get through there because there's no hole in the gate here. And unfortunately, we don't have heat here to actually help us make a nice hole in the gate. So, this is a tricky one because... she's only really weak to electricity, and the only person that I really have electricity on is Gale, so I guess we'll just do this. We'll just use the first turn to transform, I guess, and then we'll go from there. game basically saying, hey, you don't get to get the full gold benefit for this fight. Fuck you. It's okay, though. Well, money benefit, dollar benefit. I keep saying gold because I've been modding Skyrim in the background and trying to figure out if I actually feel like playing that relatively recently. Usually what ends up happening, though, when I mod Skyrim, and when I'm not playing, obviously I'm not playing it for the stream, but usually what ends up happening is I mod it, and I mod it like crazy and try to get my load order working perfectly for like 2 or 3 weeks. And then once I get my load order perfect and everything to the point where it's like, yeah, I don't need to make any more changes anymore, I don't feel like playing Skyrim anymore. So, it almost never works out, unfortunately. We'll see how it works this time, though. Alright, well, we know how to handle this one. We either get the first turn or we die to calm death, so that's fun. They don't have a whole ton of HP, though, so that should work okay for us. I'm just going to try to smorgasbord it. Because Gale and Surf should be able to eat the ones that are not frightened. Even though they're not at +2 Sukukajas like Silo, but I don't know that he could finish them off with Consume. Well, actually, no, they don't have that much HP, so he probably could finish them off with Consume, so... Have I seen the one Skyrim video where the guys to beat Skyrim without ever walking using the left stick? Yes, I've seen that one. Yeah, that was pretty nuts. That, I don't think I could ever do anything even remotely resembling that, to be honest. That's just crazy. You know what I was just thinking? What if I set Atma bonus for my party members that are out of the party? Because they don't need AP divide because they're not eating. So if they did, but they will, oh no, increases AP gain in battle, active member. Okay, I thought I had figured out why that wasn't something I'd want to do before, but, well, now we know. You have to be an active member to benefit from Atma bonus, unfortunately, so. Here's another situation where it's weird that you'll get Poison Mist after Foul Breath. I mean, I understand why, I guess, because it has a higher odds of poisoning everybody, and Foul Breath is random, where this hits all, but this doesn't do any damage, so it's like... Why are you giving me this after the thing that deals damage? Like, that doesn't make any sense. But whatever. No big deal. We'll set Neural Shock, and then we'll be in good shape for now. The one that really doesn't make sense is Stun Wave after Neural Shock. Because, like, why would you ever want to use Stun Wave if you've already got Neural Shock? Like, that doesn't make any sense at all. Like, Neural Shock has a higher threshold of damage because it actually deals damage, and it has the same rate of stunning as Stun Wave does. So, like, why would you ever? Skyrim's the gift that keeps on giving. It sure is. I could play that game like 1,000 times over and not see everything. Did Pacifist Bloodborne 2? Yeah, and I think the most recent thing that he did was he beat Dark Souls 2 without talking. I've seen that in my recommended. I haven't actually looked at it yet, though. Like, I haven't seen what it entails just yet. You know, I could be just shooting, although that would only kill them one at a time. I need to transform Surf anyway, and I need to transform Gale so I can get Mazionga off. So I think I'll do this. And then we'll have CeeLo do this. Okay. Ah, I knew there was a reason why I didn't want to do that. Yeah, they have high counter as well, so that's not good. I'm going to try to get this one out of here right now. Okay. Well. That's no good. Ow. Well, someone's going to die. And unfortunately, it's Surf. Okay, see, this is what happens, unfortunately, with these Gurs, is if you enter the battle without being transformed, or if you know, something like that happens, it usually just ends up with a eventual death spiral where you're struggling to keep yourself alive until you finally manage to get the correct, like... The Gurs don't do ridiculous things to you on this particular turn, just because their damage output is so high. It's nuts. We should be okay this turn, though, because they used all their magic skills, and their magic is, well, a lot worse than their physical attacks, so that works out okay. Alright, so let's do that. We have a Frighten, and we have a Shock. CeeLo's probably just going to need to transform, unfortunately. Won't get to eat. That's alright. Let's do this. Never played Skyrim or Dark Souls? That year you basically didn't get any of the new games. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, we're probably working on your backlog then. Like me, every year. There we go. Almost done with Dark Spirit for Gale as well. So maybe we'll go back, actually, because... Well, actually, I think there's a save point not too far from here, so... And Gale got Vitality and Magic, so that's good. I want to say the save point is below us, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Just didn't see any genuine interest in either game, and they both blew the hell up. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. They definitely did. A lot of people played the hell out of both of them, that's for sure. Me included, I played the hell out of both of them, so... Oh, Charm Shot, nice. That's an upgrade in terms of gunshots. In terms of Bullet, that's 104 power, I'll take that. Let's give you the Neutron Shot, since, you know... Out of anybody, probably either Surf or Sarah are going to be the ones shooting. Even though Sarah's out of the party, she'll still be more likely to shoot than anybody else, so... Ow! Quit it. And, whoops, wrong way. There we go. That is 2 Frightens. I will take it. See, it works out when they don't, like, Skull Cleave the shit out of you and get critical hits all over the place. Because, like, if they get a Skull Cleave crit, it's like... You're really in trouble there, because it's really gonna hurt. Alright, well, we got Wicked Curse, so that's the main thing we wanted there for Gale. Let's see. Let's do this and that. And then I think we will set Wicked Curse instead of Vile Blade. Like, Vile Blade is handy to have, but Surf has it at the moment, so I think instead of this, we'll set that. But first, let me get rid of this, too. There we go. We'll see how that works out. I don't know yet, but we'll see. Let's see. It's so weird not seeing Devil Feast this late into the game. Too used to you spending 2 episodes in the latest iteration of the sewers. Yeah, that's not a problem in this game. Well, fortunately for us, that's not a problem in this game. So we don't got to worry about the latest iteration of the sewers to, you know, go from there. But yeah, we don't need Devil Feast in this one. I mentioned before that I didn't like it at first, but now I kind of do, because it seems like a natural step up, right? Like, this is the second game in the series. It's harder than the first one. In the first one, you were still getting used to the idea of eating, right? So, like, you'd feast, and then, you know, there go the enemies. And you had to get used to the idea of just doing that. Whereas in this one, it's like, okay, you already know how to eat the enemies, but do you know how to properly manage their HP so that they... you know, end up actually getting eaten, and you don't just end up wasting your time. So it feels like a logical step up to me, and I'm okay with it. Plus, I mean, can't really beat hunt skills in terms of physical attacks when it comes to regular enemies, because nothing resists hunt skills. Like, it's almost like almighty damage, except there are actually enemies in this game that resist almighty, so it's even better than almighty in some cases. So, you're already putting the world at risk. What kind of bullshit? Oh, good. Flowros. Fantastic. I think these guys are weak to Neural Shock, if I remember right. Now, Spell Gloom's going to make it a little tricky to, you know, actually kill them, but I think we should be okay. Yeah, they're weak to Neural Shock. And that's good, because that means that one of them is ready for consumption? Maybe. Let's see. Sure is. Perfect. Get around to CeeLo's turn, do more Neural Shock. And that will leave this guy in range for Gale to eat. Even though Gale doesn't need to eat because he's already done with the thing, but it's just how the turns worked out. Actually, it probably would have been better to have Surf eat him, because then Surf would have gotten even more for Fire Emperor, but that's okay. Alright, so Strength is good, Magic is good for now. Let's boost up more Vitality. Every demon in reality is an Atma wielder, right? How many people have you eaten by this point? Thousands! Thousands and thousands of people. Literally every Karma soldier. I'm pretty sure they actually make a thing out of that by the end of this dungeon. Like, there's a point where the party basically muses at the fact that there's going to be nobody left in the Karma Society by the time we're done. So, like, I'm pretty sure that's actually something that they talk about, so. We're going to save the world, but at what cost? Oh, the cost of thousands of lives, for sure. But, I mean, you know. It'll happen. Okay, yeah, so you could use the shortcut over there to get to the large terminal. I'm going to do that in a second, but let's get this from here. Yes, at the cost of the Karma Society. And no one will miss them. So. Alright, finished off Dark Spirit. A strong power can be felt at the edge of this grid. What do we got here? So yes, when you unlock the end of a grid like this, you will reveal a new mantra that exists at the end of it. So like you can kind of see how there's like a little section on the left side of this grid and then like one here, one up here. That means that there's a secret mantra at the end of that grid that you will unlock once you finish that line of mantras. So in this case, we unlocked the Death mantra, which would get us Mamadoon, Petrifier, and Null Death. Petrifier has a high chance of inflicting stone on all enemies, which high chance is like 30 to 35%, something like that. So, I mean, it's all right, but Null Death is the main prize to have there. And it's actually not that expensive. It's only 120k, so if you're up against some foes, like some of the super bosses, I think, can randomly mix in Mamadoon with their skill set. So if you're going to go up against them, you might want to invest in death skills, because then you can just pretty easily get Null Death. You just, you know, it's like 2,500 and then 120, like 10, and then 25. So it's really not that expensive to get everybody over here if you're going to do that. But we probably won't be fighting any of the super bosses, so yeah, it's not really going to be something I'm going to personally be concerned with. Yeah, the families of those soldiers might kind of not like us after all of this. That's true. Well, nobody said that we were in the morally correct way here. Let's see. So you could get Fire Emperor, but you're not using Agidine at the moment. So I might work you on Violent God first instead. If only Null Death meant that you literally couldn't die. I could just spike the MP cost to make it fair. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it just keeps you at 1 HP or something whenever you're about to die. I don't know, I feel like that could be abused pretty well for super bosses and stuff, but Violent God's where Skullcleave is, right? Yeah, let's work on Skullcleave. Let's get that back in our move set here. And then eventually we'll get done with Cruel Leader as well, which would get us literally nothing important, but the only reason why I'm getting this is to unlock this stat node right here. So, and then eventually we'll want to work on Godly Beast and Overlord as well, but as we saw before, Godly Beast is very expensive, so. It's an Atlas game, 1 HP builds are always broken. That is true, yeah, SOS builds, and actually SOS builds in a lot of RPGs at this time period were pretty well broken. Final Fantasy X had an SOS build that you could do stuff with. Final Fantasy XII had SOS builds that you could do stuff with. This game has SOS, well, this game doesn't have SOS builds, but if it had Null Death work the way you said, it would have an SOS build. The World Ends With You had an SOS build. Those were all Square Enix titles now that I think about it. There's probably some more, but those are the main ones that come to mind anyway, so. Excuse me. Alright, so let's go back downstairs now that we've gotten Gale a new mantra, and we'll unlock that door back to the large terminal. So that'll get us a shortcut. This particular shortcut isn't that useful because, well, there's a save point right here, but, well, hang on, I can actually go over here and look down the hallway. There's another door over there that's also locked from the other side, so we're going to have to open that one up, and that'll get us another shortcut. As a matter of fact, I can even go show you. If the enemies will let me. Oh, not this shit again. Let's see. So we're not going to mess with high counter this time. I wonder if Crossfire would kill them. I don't think Twin Shot would kill them. And then I wouldn't get Gale to be able to transform either, so that's not really something I want to mess with, I don't think. Gatrian Odyssey 5, for example. The Impact Pugilist has a move called Titan Killer. It does more damage the more an HP an enemy has versus the total your team has. If you have everyone at 1, yeah, your total HP is 5. I have the masterclass names for that. Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, I mean, it's the point still stands, though. Like, what you're saying is the same. I'm going to use a Wind Wall. These guys are using Tempest, so if I can eat their press turn, I'm okay with that. Yeah, just like that. That'll work. Oh, look, and now they're all frightened. Perfect. They can still high counter while frightened, though, so I think we'll just do this and this, and they won't dodge, right? Yeah. Okay. That works, then. Do that. We'll skip CeeLo's turn again. Sorry, CeeLo. We'll work on getting you some food later. We'll do that. Oh, reinforcements. Okay. I was like, wait a minute. Where's the where's the end result screen? Not here yet, because we got to do this. So, thankfully, those Gurs didn't use like Secunda or something, so that can't actually come into play right here. So, oh look, and CeeLo gets to eat this time too. Gale gets 2, but that's okay. Everybody gets some food. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, we'll be done with Violent God before too long. But yeah, so this one's locked from the other side, so we can't actually get through that one for now. But this one was locked from the other side, and now we're on the other side of it. So let's unlock it. Can't hurt, right? Just gives us a little bit of a shortcut back to the large terminal. So if you need to heal or anything like that, you can always just pop yourself back up there. I don't need to heal, though, so we're okay. Now, I think, if I remember correctly, when you go through this door, there's another sub-boss fight, but it's not, like, the one I'm thinking of here. Like, there's sub-boss fights in this one that are similar to the ones you fought in other dungeons where they're mostly trash packs, and then there are sub-boss fights that are actually just boss fights with the sub-boss fight music. So, like, for example, Callie is a good example of a sub-boss fight that's literally just a boss fight with sub-boss music. But the next one that's through this door, I think, is just a trash pack. And if I recall correctly, I want to set Tentara Fu for that one. So I think I might set it instead of Terazi, because I don't think we need Terazi for too much for right now. We do want Neural Shock, though, for that one, because it's also handy to have. So let me just get rid of that, and then we'll reset that. Okay. Well, we'll try it out and we'll see. I could always just bring Sarah into the party as well, because, well, actually, she's not done with... No, well, she's not done with Tentara Fu, but I could have her use Neural Shock and then CeeLo use Tentara Fu, but, I mean, it's fine. CeeLo's got both, so we'll just let him do it. And Surf needs the AP more anyway, so... So let's just keep doing this, then. Yeah, strong presence behind this door, but not that strong, so let's go check it out. Yeah. As you can hear by the background, there's no, like... It doesn't stop to the dungeon music, so that means this isn't an actual tricky boss fight. So, as a matter of fact, it's another Flauros and a Rongda, so that's just fine. Let's just do this. And get some of that. Ooh, nice, and we even got a stun on Rongda. That helps. Let's just get rid of you. And probably Zeodyne will just kill the Rongda, so I'll just do that. Yeah, that's what I thought. And then, the reinforcements is a full-grown Nidhogg, so that's fun. I'll just give you a hint. Since the first game, he has, for some reason, become weak to panic, so let's just use it to get a little bit of an edge on him. I don't think he'll, like, wander away or anything, even if he's, like, panicked. Like, sometimes an enemy will just wander away if they're panicked, but I don't think he can in this particular fight, so... And then we'll just finish him off with some other magics. And then eat. Nice. Didn't even have to worry about whatever he can do because, well, he has a lot less HP than he did in the first game. So, that helps. And CeeLo got to level 50. Awesome. Didn't really get any stats that matter, but that's okay. It'll be fine. And we're still good on mantras for now. Yeah, not quite there with Fire Emperor just yet. We're a little over halfway, but I think we should be good to get that done by the time we get to the sub-boss that I actually care about. I'm stuck on a pillar. Hang on, let me get CeeLo back to normal here. There we go. I don't think you can run into Nidoggs as regular encounters yet in the dungeon. I think that's not till later, like near the end. So I wouldn't worry about it for now. I guess not, huh? It's okay. We can actually check what he's weak to now that that's the case. It's funny how the game just does that and says, I heard you were talking shit, basically. Okay, so he's weak to light and panic. And just don't use ice, physical gun, or death skills on him and you'll be okay. Hamion might not be too bad to have here, but I'm not really that concerned. It's just one Nidogg, it's fine. We'll just get him in 2 rounds instead of 1. Yeah, Poison Rain, yeah, that's not really gonna do a whole lot for you. Ma Revert might, but that's not really... I'm not really worried about it, it's fine. Okay, so he's just about at that point, so let's just let Gale eat him. We know Gale can do it. Alright, Conquer, see you in a minute. Actually, looking at that, CeeLo didn't take a weakness hit from Poison Rain now that I think about it, so he's not weak to poison either. Well, we're learning what he's weak and resistant to, so that's at least good. That would mean he is weak to Charm and Nerve. Oh, good, Mod is here too, fantastic. So he's weak to Charm, Nerve, and Panic, and that's it. He's not weak to Mute, and he's not weak to Poison. So that's not nearly as bad as it used to be for him, where I think in the first game he was weak to all status ailments. It didn't matter which one. But I guess he got a little better since last time. Unfortunately, Mott keeps showing up in the Berserk battles, so we won't get to fight him like we did before. Thankfully, he's not nearly as bad as he is in Nocturne, where he just keeps getting press turns with Beast Die and then using Makakaja over and over again until he just kills you in one shot with Megadolion. Because that's really good gameplay, Atlas. I shouldn't even be salty about that, though. I only died to Mott like once in my Nocturne hard mode blind playthrough, so... Oh, Manjusaka. That's another plant forest, the next level. Past, what were we at? Jasmine, I think, was the last one. So it'll be worth even more money. If you weren't at rank 7 before this, probably by the time you're done here, you may not be quite at rank 7, but you'll be pretty damn close, so... Alright, so let's just do this the way that we did it before. And then Zeodyne, and then we'll see if he's in range for... I think he's in range for CeeLo to eat him, so... After we get done with Power Wave! Ow. Okay, that's fine. Thankfully he didn't Power Wave again, because that definitely wouldn't have worked for us. Let's see... Do I have a medical kit here? No, I don't think I do, to be honest. I think I just Secunda to make sure he gets eaten here. There we go. Playing it a little dangerous, but that's okay. I like playing it a little dangerous sometimes. Making things harder for myself. You know how we do around here. We like making things harder for ourselves. Alright, let's see. So actually, if we keep going down and around like this, we shouldn't be too long before we reach the other shortcut there. The other shortcut is pretty close to the end of the dungeon, though, so it might be longer than I'm making it seem like. Let's see. Okay. Another door. Let's go see what's through the door. There's Mott in a non-Berserk battle. So Mott is weak to electricity, and I don't think he's weak to much else, so... But I think... Oh no, the Nandis aren't resistant to electricity, so... They're just resistant to most other magic, that's all. So let's just do... I think Mott, like, repels dark, so let's just get rid of him first before we worry about the rest. And then we'll do this. And then... How about we get rid of you, because the other one is stunned, so it has less accuracy. Or that can happen, which is just unfortunate. But what can you do, right? Let's do this then. And then Vile Blade. And I think you should be able to eat this one now. Yeah. Okay, that works. I want to get this one within range where CeeLo can eat it, I think. So, and that should be good, I think. I think, being the keyword. We'll show off Wicked Curse in a different battle, like when there's things in it that don't resist darkness and the Nandis, so... Hey Adam, how's it going? Welcome. We're just looking for our flight here in the airport. It's taking a little longer than... Actually, it's probably taking about the exact same amount of time as usual at a regular old airport. Considering the security you have to go through in a normal airport. I mean, we don't have to go through security in this case. We just have to deal with demons trying to eat our faces off. But, yeah, you know. If it's not one thing, it's the other. Let's see. I feel like this is further on in the dungeon. I think I'm going to go back and go through that door. Alright, so this battle. How do we want to do this battle? I definitely want CeeLo transformed because of Neural Shock. Pass Surf's turn. We'll have you transform. I'll do a Neural Shock, see if we can get any stuns. And then we'll have Surf transform, I think. Unless I just want him to shoot the Flowros. And no, I actually would rather the Flowros stay alive, because if he's alive, that means he can attack me through stun. And if he tries to attack me through stun, that's higher likelihood that I'll dodge, and yeah, then we'll just be in this situation where we don't got to worry about all their press turns. I'm thinking with portals, folks. Think you prefer demons, provided you had the means to deal with them, of course. You've had shitty times at terminals. Yeah, I can understand. I haven't had the best luck in airport terminals myself in some cases, so I can understand the feeling. As long as you have the means, yeah, the demons would probably be okay, especially since you'd be able to learn new skills and everything while fighting the demons, so. Alright, we're gonna go check what's over here first before we go through the store, because that's a lot of hallways to check for it to not be, like, the way forward in the dungeon, you know. Yeah, that's what I thought. One Flowros. What do you think this is gonna do? Especially when that happens. Like, Jesus, this man is about to get messed up. There we go. We'll just let CeeLo take some of the spoils. Because him and Surf are doing pretty good. Probably have Surf eat a little more. Wow, that was a weird whistle through my teeth. Probably have Surf eat a little more. That's nice. 2 more attack mirrors. Fantastic. We've been missing those, so... You know what? Those would have been a nice game before the Cali boss fight. But whatever, it's fine. Actually, looking at the map layout, if we go back here... I think that's our destination on the other side of this fence here. Now, unfortunately, again, we don't have heat here to bend the bars for us, like he did in the first game where he broke that wall. If we did, well, this would be a lot faster of a dungeon, but yeah, we don't have him here. So we gotta go all the way around to get to that door, but I think that's our destination. Once we go through there, we'll be able to find the plane that we're looking for, I think. Just looking at the map layout, so. Oh, this is a fun one. I don't know, just have everybody transform turn 1, I guess. This is going to be a 3-turn battle. Excuse me, because of the lack of agility. Oops. So my thought process today is that once we get some more of our Dyne skills, we will most likely be able to go and do the final Archangel boss fight. I'm just not 100% sure about that yet. We'll have to see how we all do here in terms of time. But I would like to include the Archangel boss fight in this particular stream because it plays into the title that I'd like to use for this stream. I was going to use a specific title for the last stream, but I said, I'll use it. I was going to use the title from the last stream for this stream, and the title that I'm thinking to use for this stream for the last stream, if that makes any sense. But I said, I'll switch it around, because that way the Archangel boss fight is in the one that I actually use a title that has to do with angels. So that's an abomination if I've ever seen one. Yeah, Nidhogg is not very pretty, that's for sure. He's got something going on. It's very gross. It's very, very gross. Here's a good battle to give us an example of using Wicked Curse. Let's do this, and then we'll get around to Gale's turn, and we'll use Wicked Curse. Because they're weak to it. How do you like it, huh? Now one of you is cursed and one of you is frightened. Perfect. Now we should be able to get rid of both of you this turn. Or that can happen, because they can still dodge when cursed. But you're about to die to your own damage, basically, so... yeah, that's not going to work out for you, sir. There we go. Get some red meat in your diet. I hope we find a save point soon. I think I know where it is, but if I remember right, it's... the next save point is, like, near the next sub-boss, so... Well, it's definitely not over here. Not getting through all those boxes. I'll try this. This looks like the way forward. Yeah, it is. And actually, I want to make a beeline for right here, because this is where the next sub-boss is, and we're not quite at Agidine yet. So we'll make a beeline over here so we can get Gale a new mantra, and then we'll go explore around the places that we missed. And we'll see if we can get Agidine for Surf. It's not critical, but I would love to have it just so I can demonstrate a specific move that we can use in the next boss fight. We don't want to get Gale now. We could get him Cruel Leader, I guess. So it's either Cruel Leader or Fire Emperor for him, and then that's basically it for him for now. After that, he's basically just working on Bolt God. And then, I mean, Bolt God is like a level 6, so it's pretty, it's going to be a little expensive, but we'll figure it out. So it's either this or this. I think we'll go work on this one, Cruel Leader, because it'll get us an Esoteric unlocked. It'll get us a stat node. The other one, for getting Agidine, doesn't really unlock a stat node. And also, he's not really using Agidine with this particular party setup anyway. Surf's got that handled, so... Whole lot of terms and phrases that I definitely understand. Oh, don't worry about it, Adam. Just know that you're in good hands when you're watching me play this game. I know what I am doing. Basically, it's just in terms of us unlocking new skills. That's the gist of what I was just saying. And we have a whole bunch of skills to unlock, but actually, it's not as many as I might be making it sound like, because we're almost done at this point with pretty much all of our party members in terms of learning new skills. Like, I know for a fact that Sarah is inside of 5 more mantras being learned, like 5 more sets of skills being learned before she's done for the rest of the game. CeeLo's probably at about 5 now. Gale's at about 5 now. Surf has a little longer to go, but he hasn't been in the party for a little bit, so that's why he's got so long to go. Okay, that's actually really nice. Let's do this. And then we'll Zeodyne, and she'll probably die. Yeah, that's okay. CeeLo will probably be done with Earth Emperor in a moment, and then we can... I'll probably work him just on Rakakaja right away, just to get that done. I think I'll just go hover around the save point till we find another encounter so he can get done with Earth Emperor. I think he should be able to finish it if I... Ooh, 2 mots. If I have him eat in this particular fight, which I think we'll be able to do. Yes, with that one frightened for sure. Be able to do this, get rid of that one, and then do this. And get rid of that one. Alright, perfect. And Surf is not too far behind with Fire Emperor. It still says Heavy Rock. Oh boy. But we've almost got all of our Dine skills now. It's just a matter of getting Agi Dine and Bufu Dine for Surf, and then we're in good shape. And incidentally, by virtue of the fact that we don't really have anybody in the party that's weak to Earth at the moment, or Wind, we probably won't be seeing the secret mantras at the end of those particular sections. We'll be seeing the one at the end of the electric one, because Gale's weak to electricity. We'll probably be seeing the end of the fire one, because Surf and Sarah are weak to fire, but we probably won't see the end of the ice one either, because we don't have to worry about anybody being weak to ice, so... Alright, let's work on this one now. This is the last buff skill that I need to get for CeeLo, just so that we have it. It's mainly for, like, Enervate and Rakakaja, but it also helps us unlock this Esoteric while Surf works on other things, so... and he's almost done with Fire Emperor, so we'll work on that from there. Sarah, you just keep working on Holy Leader there. Once you get it, that'll be good. And I'll probably have her just work on Mukti after that. CeeLo won't be the first one to get Void Ailment, but that's okay. Fatal Charm will be nice to have for the final dungeon. In the early section of the final dungeon, there's actually an enemy that's weak to, I think, Charm exclusively. No, it's weak to Light and Charm, actually, now that I think about it. But it's nice to have Charm because, well... we haven't exactly been focusing on light skills all that much, in case you haven't noticed. I wonder how Flauros interacts with Dark Element. I'm gonna find out right now. He just repels it. Okay, well, that's fine. Nice dodge, CeeLo. Let's get rid of him then, because this will kill... oh, it'll kill both of them. Okay. I'll take it. That's fine. Surf got to eat, so that's the important part. Yeah, by the time we're done exploring around this corner, Surf should be done with Fire Emperor, which is good. Very good. Okay, and we need to have Gale and CeeLo eat, though, because they could both use a little MP. Not going to eat in this battle, though, because this is a Berserk battle. And I ain't dealing with that shit. Especially not with that encounter there, like... those Nandis can use Mediarahan to fully heal everyone in the party. Like, no thank you. I will leave well enough alone. Okay, so... Begone Mott. And no shocks, so let's just do it again. And then, do I Neural Shock, or do I... I think I'll have CeeLo eat, actually. And then we'll get around to the turn and we'll have Gale eat. Get some red meat in that diet. After we deal with this. Zandine. And Agilao. That's not the right move. Whoops. Let's see. Zandine. Let me try that one again, shall we? Then we pass. And then you eat. Hey, Nitro! I'm doing pretty good. How you doing today? Just hanging out at the airport, getting some red meat in my diet. You know how it goes. Usually those two things are mutually exclusive, because you definitely can't get a good steak at most airports, but apparently this is the one exception, because there's cows everywhere. But I'm doing good. How you doing? Got your first COVID shot 2 days ago? Nice, Nitro. Congrats. You are well on your way to having some solid resistance to the pandemic, which is very good. Always helps. Alright, well, this is just trash packs, so we can deal with this. That's fine. The one's almost dead. And Gale can use some MP, so let's just do this and not get it all. Okay, fine. Fine! Do this then. I was going to eat the other one that was stunned, but I thought better of it because then I realized, yeah, we can dodge things if I don't eat him right now. Yeah, we'll let Surf do it. He'll probably finish Fire Emperor right now, but that's okay. Arm is still sort of sore, not really though. Yeah, the first one you'll get a little bit of soreness in your arm. That was pretty much the most that happened for me though. I really didn't have anything other than soreness, and I think I was a little bit tired as well for the rest of the day, but that was about it. So the second one, it kicked my butt a little bit more. There was soreness, there was slight feelings of sickness, and there was fatigue. But other than that, it really wasn't too bad. It didn't do a whole lot, so... Oh, we got a malachite and another red diamond out of that. We're going to have a lot of diamonds to put into our rings when we're done here. So that'll be helpful. Okay. And I think Surf... Did he finish Fire Emperor just now? I wasn't paying attention. Yes he did. Oh no, he finished this. Okay. Well, we'll worry about that after. I saw the exclamation point and I was like, hey! And then I realized, no, not quite. Alright, 3 flower roasts, we can handle this. Ow. Sir, please stop, I have a family. Let's see, we'll do this. Alright, we got a Frighten and 2 stuns. That actually is very good, because that makes this a smorgasbord. Or it should be, anyway. I probably should have left that one for CeeLo now that I think about it, but it'll probably buff out. Yeah, it buffed out. That works. Mana battery. Heal after this fight. Oh, really went up with Curse there. That's good. And Surf got Agidine. Perfect. Definitely good. Exactly what I wanted before this next sub-boss, so... let's just do that. There we go. We'll set Agidine for Surf. Let me set everything else first, actually. And then we got Fire Amp as well. We'll be putting that to use almost immediately. But we'll get to that in a minute, so... And we've explored everything for now, so let's go back here. And we'll go over here and we'll do this. Sorry, you're lurking playing the L4 and watching simultaneously. No, it's okay, Adam. No problem. Feel free to lurk for as long as you would like. I'm just hanging out, chatting. You know how it goes, just shooting the shit, just like we always do. What do I want for Surf next? Probably Ice Master. I do want to eventually get Dark Leader for him, but it's not critical just yet. Or is it? Or is it? Because I'm almost done with Dark Leader, actually, thinking about it. I'm like well over halfway, so I might as well get it. Because it'll come in handy for the Archangel fight. And we should be doing that soon. I won't have Bufudine for it, more than likely. So we won't have that for Uriel. But, well, we've got 2 people that can use Ice in the party, so that shouldn't be too big of a deal. And I'll have one that can use Mind Charge at that rate, so... yeah, it shouldn't be a big deal. No big deal at all. Alright, before we save, let's just adjust our setup just a little bit, because as soon as we go through this door right over here, we're going to get into a... excuse me, a sub-boss fight that's actually just a boss fight with sub-boss music. So, let's change up our party. So I want Surf, Sarah, and Gale in for this one. Similar to the last one. Let's set up our rings. You don't have a ring. That's fine. Well, we definitely want the rich ring. And I'll equip the skull ring. We won't need it, but I'll equip it anyway. What else do we want? Dual ring? I mean, Surf has Agidine now, so that would be pretty good, actually. Because we won't need the change ring for this particular one. But I also don't really need the 2 consecutive turns. It's not really... well... it could come in handy, so we'll equip the dual ring and we'll give it a shot, why not? And now we need a very specific setup in terms of our skills that we've got going on here. So first things first, we'll give CeeLo Mutual Karma after I set all of his fancy new moves. We'll set Pterodyne for him as well, because we got it, so we might as well use it. So let's give you Mutual Karma. Okay, so now, for the skills that we want for this fight, we're finally going to use this undo option. What does it do? Well, if you press undo and then you press a skill, it'll take it out of your list. Now, why is that relevant? Well, I'll show you in a moment, because we actually don't really need basically anything in terms of skills in this one for a very specific reason. And I'll explain what that reason is in just a minute. Let me get some skills back, though. We do want Makakaja. We do want Sukakaja. And we do want Fire Drain. along with Fire Boost and Fire Amp. And that's it. That's all you need for Surf. You don't need anything else. Just equip those and you're in good shape. Now, for Sarah, let's take basically everything out for her. I think I'll keep Madirama and Tsukakaja, though, because both of those should be okay to have. Okay, so now for her, let's set Agi Lao. I'll even give her Makakaja as well. Why not? Let's see. It's down here. There it is. And then we want to give her Fire... Yeah, we'll give her Fire Repel. Yeah, we'll give her Fire Repel. That should work okay for us. We'll get Fire Boost. She doesn't have Fire Amp, though, so we'll just, you know, do it with what we've got. And nothing else in particular is necessary, so we'll just keep those. For Gale, I'm going to set Skull Cleave for him, but it's not overly critical that we actually use Skull Cleave for him, so let's just do this. What auto did you get? Retaliate? Okay, that's fine. And then we can get rid of that in a second. We'll put Fire Boost and Agi Lao on for him as well. And then we'll be in good shape. Anyone else get the feeling they're being watched by someone, specifically someone you've actually known before? Kind of a strange question. That depends on what you mean. I don't mean to make a joke out of this, but I feel like I'm being watched by somebody that I know all the time because I do this stuff on Twitch. But yeah, I don't think I've ever had that feeling, like, within my own household, you know, when I'm not streaming, so. I'll set Secunda, too, for him. Why the hell not? We do want Void Fizz for this one. It's also useful here. We also want Fire Drain. And then we want Fire Boost, and I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. So that's all you really need for this particular fight, and there's a very specific reason why we don't want to have a whole ton of skills equipped for this one. And we'll get into what that is in just a few minutes. Yeah, we can keep Skull Cleave. Skull Cleave and Agidine actually form a nice combo that we can use in the boss fight that we're doing here, so I'll demonstrate that in just a couple of minutes. I can't Dia anybody right now, can I? Oh, apparently I can. Alright, well anyway, we don't need it that badly. Oh, someone you've never actually known? Oh, okay, yeah, I don't think I've ever experienced that feeling, again, within my own household. Maybe like when I'm out in public, but not like within my own household, so it's no for you too, unfortunately. Almost had no physical interaction with human beings this past year. Yeah, pandemic's been tricky with social interaction for everybody, unfortunately. Yeah, sorry, Nitro. I guess none of us can really specifically relate to that, unfortunately. Hopefully it's not, like, anything serious, though. That wouldn't be good. Oh. Wait, hold on. Oh, yeah, never mind. I'm dumb. I'm just thinking. Yes, it should be. Does that mean we're gonna find a plane? Let's go find out. We did just save, so it should be fine. I was thinking it was directly through that door, but actually it's just a little bit ahead. Unfortunately... Ah, crap. And how do you plan on doing that exactly? Well, where are we gonna find an airplane if they're all gone? Yeah, maybe he's bluffing. Chernobog! Hey! Love this guy's demon design. It's fantastic. Yeah, you keep mentioning that, but what the hell do you mean? Calamity. Sir, I'm supposed to be doing that to you. It's not supposed to be the other way around. Oh. Well, that's just great. So this is the gimmick of this boss fight. Chernobog will use Calamity to copy 2 out of 3, or 1 out of 3 in this case, of your party members. He'll copy 2 people, potentially the same person twice, and once he does that, he will hide within his sword, like this, and become completely untargetable. Well, that's not actually true. He's targetable, but he will cause all of the attacks that hit him to miss until you defeat the shadows. So now you know why we set exclusively fire skills and also fire, repel, or drain, because the shadows that we're fighting in this fight have all of the skills that you have. So that's what we want to. That's why we want to try to make it so that, you know, they don't have any good skills to use against us. Because if all they have to hit us with is fire, and we have void fire, there you go. This certainly is a gimmick, yes. Welcome back, Conquer. We encountered Chernobog, who's turning our own shadows against us, so that's fantastic. Here's the skill that I was talking about before with Agidine and Skullcleave. Leviathan. It is Mega Fire damage, and it also inflicts Rakunda on whatever enemy it hits. And as it so happens, the boss is weak to fire once we get him out of that damn sword. So let's get rid of Surf's clones here first, who don't have the power of God anymore. And then we'll go from there. Alright, so let's do this. That was the dual ring coming in handy just there, by the way. Surf got 2 turns in a row because of it, so... do I want to do... Actually, what I want to do is I want to do this. And then I want to do this. And then I want to do Sukakaja, because we don't need Fire Drain anymore once you get rid of the clones, so... Hey, and Piece of Yoshi's here as well. Welcome. Yeah, speaking of Leviathan, play P5 Royal. Oh, don't worry, we'll get there. So he uses Power Charge just there. That should be a little bit of a problem eventually, but we've got Void Fizz, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal. Let's use Leviathan. Nice. Didn't do a huge chunk of damage, but it'll at least weaken his defense, which makes it a little easier to do this. Nice, 700 damage. I will take it. Very good, sir. Very good. Let's see. We don't need Fire Repel. We do need Void Fizz, so we'll put that up. And then just keep blasting with Agidine until he falls over dead. Thank you. You're not very impressive yourself. I wish I could say different, but unfortunately you're not. You really are a pushover when you do something like this. When you know it's coming, it's pretty easy to get rid of him. If you didn't know it was coming, it'd be a little tricky because they have, again, all the skills you have, so... But when you know it's going to happen, it's pretty easy to just, you know, fix the whole fight in your favor. We also got $125,000 and a purple crystal from that one. So it's... Now, Chernobog ain't so tough. We got him. Yeah, no, the clones don't have the power of God or anime on their side. They're just a shadow of their former selves. Sorry for the terrible pun, but I couldn't think of anything else. Oh, Surf got some luck. Okay. And Sarah got magic, so with the Rich Ring, she has 80 magic. Not bad at all. Gale got HP back. CeeLo got most of the stats that matter. Well, what'd you find? Usually you're looking in the air. Well, you got a revival gem, so that'll help. Got a whole bunch of people in chat right now. It's cool. Thank you for coming, everybody. Welcome. Let's rearrange our party again. So we can get CeeLo back in here, because Sarah doesn't need to necessarily be in the party as much. She's mainly going to be in there for sub-boss fights here from now on, because she's the closest to being done with her mantras out of everybody in the party. So we'll take that off. You can keep that. Excuse me. Let's keep making more bank with Surf, and then we'll put the Trick Ring back on. How many of those crystals and stuff do we have now? Let me see. I just passed them. We have 6 diamonds and 4 crystals. Okay, that should be just about enough to coat most of the items that I want to... to slot into most of the items that I want to put them on pretty soon, so... Alright, set our skills back up. CeeLo, you're in good shape, except for ingest mana. We'll stick that there. Surf, we need Bufala back. So let's do that. Whoops. No, that's fine. We'll just move it up. And then Vile Blade can go where Makakaja is, and we can put Consume where Fire Drain is. Put all your passives back on. AP Divide, Iron Stomach, Ingest Mana, and then Gale. Put all your passives back on as well, along with Zeodyne. Put Vile Blade back. There we go. Let's move this down. Put Dia back. Yeah, I could use Hamion in a couple of the fights here, but I just find that it's not particularly useful for enough of the fights to justify putting it in a move slot. Like, I can usually just kill anything that's weak to Expel in here with other skills that are more useful against the other enemies that we're going to encounter in here anyway. So, alright, and then for you, we'll put Zeodyne up here. You can keep that down there. Let's put Neural Shock on. There. And then put all your passives in. Bad breaking, even worse. Oh boy. Let's see. What else do we got here? Just your passive. So we want Mutual Karma, so let's stick that down there. We'll put AP Divide there, Iron Stomach, and we're good. Okay, so now that our skills are all set back up, before we go back in the hangar and find out that he's actually not bluffing, well, oh, by the way, there's the map. And look at all these boxes while we're at it, because why not? Okay, so let's save real quick. I think we're still good on mantras, and Surf is still working on Dark Leader, so Sarah's still working on Holy Leader, and Gail's still working on Cruel Leader. Everybody's trying to be a leader here except CeeLo. He just goes with the flow. Incidentally, by the way, I planned it out so that everybody will be learning a mantra that actually has an interesting name to it for their last mantras. Because unlike in DDS1, you can't re-equip mastered mantras if you want a cool title for your character. So I said, oh man, that sucks a little bit. How am I going to make it so that everybody has a cool title at the end of the game? And I said, okay, so here's what I'll do. I'll just learn the ones with the coolest titles that I can think of last. And that should work okay for us. So that's what we're going to do. We'll have everybody learn maybe not necessarily a mantra that they need at the end of the rope, but it'll get them a cool title, so that's important. Plot twist, the boxes were actually a secret that you just ran past. Ah, damn it. Now we gotta go back. No, it's okay. Oh, for sure, Johnny. Serious business, absolutely. Well, I'm glad you know how to handle it. Because that's all I can ask for is serious business. This guy is really all about his job. I don't know. I think that because he doubles down so much on the serious business thing, it just makes him more memorable. I don't know. Let's get rid of all these jewels we don't need. Because I'm sure Johnny could make more use of them than I can. Because, I mean, otherwise they'd just be burning a hole in my inventory the entire game, so. And as you can see, the Manj Saga sells for a lot of money. $105,000. How are we doing on points, by the way? Oh, we got a long way to go. Okay. 8,000, and we're about to get a lot of them from this one. So, but yeah, rank 7 is still a bit of a ways away, but we'll make some good progress towards getting to it with this, so. That'll get us, what, 1,050 points by itself? This will get us another 600. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. And this Sakura will get us pretty close there. Once we're done selling everything, we'll go see how much closer we are. I don't think I'll need this wind wall. So we'll get rid of that too. Not that that'll even get us any points, but you know. We don't need these odd morsels. We'll get rid of those too. Don't need this muscle drink. Get rid of that. We're almost pushing 1 million. Oh, don't worry, we'll get there. Probably won't get there right now because I'll be buying mantras, but we might get there after one of the battles coming up. And yeah, as you can see, we're almost at 9,000 points now. Quite a bit. Oh shit, Doom Guy's entered the facility. Warning, the Slayer has entered the facility. Maybe there's a BFG in one of them. Yeah, that would be interesting. Oh, you know what? That reminds me of something. I got to link a video on the Discord server when we're done. There was a video that I saw in my recommended that I thought was pretty interesting. It was the sounds of the planets in our solar system. And I need to ask because it's kind of hard to ask before you watch the video. But, like, I mean, Doom, of course, takes place on Mars, because that's where they opened a portal to Hell on Mars from one of the research facilities there. But I need to ask if Mars is really the place we should be looking for demons, because if you listen to Saturn in that video, it sounds like there are demons walking around on Saturn. But I'll link it in on the server when we're done, so that way we can all check it out and you'll know what I mean. It's a pretty cool video just in its own right, but I just thought that the fact that Saturn sounded like a screeching banshee was pretty interesting. Not what you'd expect, you know. We're still good on that stuff. Keep your light balls handy, though, because we'll need them pretty soon. And I don't think there's any encounters in here because our party members are up and about, so. Who's talking, Brave? Oh, Johnny? Yeah, he'll be alright as long as the soldiers don't viciously murder him and devour him. Well, that would be a bit of a problem, wouldn't it, Sarah? Because then they can't leave. So I think they were bluffing. We're going to find out soon, but... And Gale seems to think... Yeah. I mean, it's the end of the world. Like, you would think that panic at this point would set in. No soldier's training is that good that they would follow orders to the end of the world. Eventually, human nature will kick in, and that will bring it to heel, you know? Alright, so how we doing here? Actually, CeeLo will probably be done with Curse before Surf is done with Dark Leader, because Dark Leader is... It's a 5-star mantra, but it needs a lot of AP to finish. It's just like the other ones in that line. So, it's pretty difficult to master it. It takes a little bit. Oh, good. Just what I wanted to see. Well, we got Miragi down to Pterodine, so that's not too bad. No, I think these guys aren't as bad as they were before, because I think they have a lot less HP than they did in DDS1. So let's find out, shall we? You'd think Saturn would sound semi-peaceful or something. Yeah, you would think, but apparently not. Oh boy. Alright, so they drain Force, Null, Ice, and Expel, strong against physical, gunfire, and death. So Miragi-Dyne isn't really going to help us here, but Pterodine and Maziodyne will. Can we do those? Yeah, we can. Okay. Well, this isn't going to kill them this turn. What would be best to do here? They'd like to do Xanadu, if I recall correctly, so... Yeah, we can't kill them this turn, so let's just do Pterodine and see how it works. It should do pretty good damage at the very least. Yeah, that's not too bad. And the Lufudyne is fine. We'll be able to live that. And there's 3 of them, but, you know, it'll be alright. Ow. Well, Gale probably won't be alright. Yeah. That's okay, we can fix that. Let's do it this way. We'll go have Surf revive Gale, like this. And then we'll skip Gale's turn, and we'll have CeeLo do this. Because they're not immune to ailments, either. Okay, it didn't quite kill them, but... Yeah, I was going to say, we might get some dodges here, so that'll help a little with getting us back to our turn. And now CeeLo should be able to eat this one in the end. Actually, they should all be edible now, because they're all at, like, really low HP. Unless that happens. Boy, this battle's just kicking my ass, isn't it? That's okay. Maybe it's not as okay as I'd like to believe it is. Try again, Surf. There we go. And then let's get CeeLo back up. Or do I... I think I heal, actually, here. Let's use a medical gear to keep us alive through this guy. And then we'll get CeeLo up in the next turn. We'll have Gale eat. Yeah, that's fine. We'll be alright. We'll just do... bead. There you go. And then finish him. Thank you. So I guess those Ganeshas are still a little bit of a tricky deal, but, well, if you don't Spyglass them the first turn, and you know what they're weak to, they're a lot easier to manage. Who'd have thought? I'll have Sarah do that, because, yeah, she heals for a lot with Mediarama, so... In that particular case, it's actually worth using her MP for that, so... Alright, let's keep going. Oh, good, another save point. I guess I didn't have to go back that badly after all. We're still good on mantras. I think this is the second to last save point in here now that I think about it, because there's... I think there's only a couple more small terminals. Maybe 1, maybe 2. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll find out soon enough, because we're going to keep going. But we should be able to do everything that I wanted to do today. The Archangel boss fight, the last one, is a little bit of a long boss fight, but I don't think it should take so long that we won't be able to get it done today. And now they throw 1 Ganesha at me like it ain't no big thing. Alright, fine. I can do this one now. I know how to finish this fight. Just use Zeo and Terra. And CeeLo, go for it. There we go. Yeah, CeeLo's definitely going to finish Curse very shortly, because he's eating because of all the MP he's using, so. Alright. Let's head downstairs into the darkness. Yeah, they turned the lights off in the basement because, well, I would assume they're trying to conserve power where they can. So let's use a light ball and we'll fix that, shall we? There we go. Oh good, Beiji Wang's here. Beiji Wang, I don't know how to pronounce it. He's weak to fire, that's all I know. Boom. And just like that, they're in range of being murdered. Yeah, having your dying skills here is really nice because you can basically set all the enemies to almost completely dead without as much as a second thought, really. You can set them just in range of consume, really, in a lot of cases. I think I'll go back, actually, in a second, because CeeLo's almost done with Curse, so... I forget what the actual way you're supposed to go is here. This isn't it, though. For sure. Because whenever you see one of those doors, it usually means it's a locker room of some kind, so... Alright, Soma Drop. That's a pretty good find. I should do a flip. That's a cool trick. That's what me saying that just reminded me of. I don't know why. Okay, so we got a Frighten and a Stun. Surf can't do anything to the Ganesha on his turn because all of the stuff he's good at, the Ganesha is resistant to in some way. So, let's munch this guy. We'll let Gale do this. Okay, you're not quite dead yet. So, let's just eat the Flower Roast and then we'll get the Ganesha next turn. That's not even gonna... I mean, if he hits me with it, fine, whatever, no big deal. Let's do this. I didn't think that would be quite enough. But he's in the red, so it should be enough next time. Try again, CeeLo. There you go. Nice. And CeeLo's done with Curse. Sarah's almost done with Holy Leader. Surf's working on Dark Leader. We got Rakakaja finally. So that's good. Okay, I think I remember there being 2 more save points. There's one down here in the darkness, and then there's another one near the end of the dungeon. So I probably should have healed, shouldn't I? Oh, well. No, this isn't going to work out okay. Oops. How do I want to handle this? Well, I definitely want to get Gale up, so let's use a bead, and then we'll use a medical gear, I think. Now we'll use a tool. That's enough. Reset! Try again. Alright, now we can get red meat in our diet. Let's do this first. Then we will pass and do... Oh, I didn't set Wicked Curse. Whoops. Well, since that's the case, I guess we'll do this then. And then... try eating this one. Okay, nice. Because, yeah, we can dodge that one pretty easily. So... why don't you Diorama and we'll let Surf eat here. I just gotta remember to set Wicked Curse so we have it for these non-D fights, because otherwise... I mean, we can kill them, it's no big deal, but it's a little easier if you have Wicked Curse to deal with them, so... let's see. So... There it is. Set that there. And I mean, I guess I could get, I could take Dia off if I really wanted to and put Wicked Curse there instead, but... this is fine. This, however, is not fine, because we are gonna need to do some transforming. And that leaves us perfectly open to whatever these Beiji Wang are going to do to us this turn, which is just not good. But what can you do, right? Yeah, just let everybody transform, whatever. It's probably alright. Oh good, Mamadoon. Well, thankfully we have the Skull Ring for that. And also, thankfully, it didn't kill anybody else, so that's good. Okay, we'll leave them in range. Very good. Then we will... Let's see, if I do this... Yeah, I just need to eat. Can't even think about the rest. Okay, fucking fine then. Jesus, why are you... I'm thinking about Tsukikajing, and you guys prove why I should be doing it. Stop it. Okay, they got CeeLo. That's a little unfortunate. I know how I can handle this. Hang on. We'll just do another bead. We can get rid of the beads. It's okay. It's not a big deal. I think these guys, like, repel Wicked Curse, though, because, I mean, they're using Mamadoon in the fight. So, like, yeah, I don't think it's a good idea to use Wicked Curse on them. But we can use the wild card. That works okay. And the Scarlet Pearl. Alright, that's fine. I should go back, because CeeLo's done with Curse, and soon enough Surf will be done with Dark Leader, and Sarah will be done with Holy Leader, so... Stop that! Okay, good. No curses for us. How very fortunate. I'm gonna Tsukikage this time. I don't feel like risking it. Okay, let's have Gale eat this one. There we go. And then we'll pass and we'll let Surf eat this one. If it isn't the Gurs, it's the Beiji Wongs. How do they even dodge when they're trapped in crystal like that? The world may never know. Alright. So let's go back up to the save point. And we'll go from there. Light Ball will probably run out pretty soon, but that's okay. It's not a huge deal. We'll just use another one. We got a bunch of them, so... And frankly, where we're going, we're not going to need light balls. If we need a light ball on the surface of the sun, yeah, I don't think that's going to be strictly necessary. Hey, we're millionaires. Look at that. It's about to be non-millionaires because I'm about to buy something, but we've unlocked a new esoteric mantra number 5. And this one's actually pretty important because it contains Chakra Walk, which gives us back a little bit of MP with every solar noise turn that happens. So every certain number of steps, it'll give you back 10% of your 10%? 5%? I don't remember exactly how much, but it gives you back a set amount of your maximum MP for every certain number of steps you take. And I'm actually going to have Sarah learn that one once she's done with Holy Leader, so... but she's not done with that yet, I don't think, so... Or do I want to have her work on Mukti? I think I'd rather have her work on Mukti. We don't need Chakra Walk as early as we need Mukti, so... For CeeLo, do I want him to work on... Maybe I can get him access to Diarahan. That wouldn't be too bad. At least then we've got somebody working their way up to over here where Mediarahan is. So, we'll work him on this one. Get him the Progenitor. And yeah, you guys are just barely almost done there, so that's fine. So what I think I might do, depending on whether or not we get the Archangel boss fight done today, is I might switch the title of the previous episode, where it's called, the last episode that we did was called Terminal Montage. I might switch that name for this episode, and I might just rename the episode number 10 as Our Better Angels, which was going to be the name of this one, because I figured, I'll put that in when we do the Archangel boss fight. But if we don't get to it today, then I would rather use it for one where we're actually fighting the Archangels, rather than in the next episode when we first travel to the sun, because all kinds of crazy shit's going to happen when we first travel to the sun. So I would rather, use the title where it's more appropriate than I would use it anywhere else. So, can I Neural Shock and Materodine and these guys will die? I guess we're going to find out right now. Yeah, thematic naming is always a plus. I enjoy, thematic naming in my episode titles. It just makes them stand out a little more, at least to me, So, okay, so if I don't get a stun, Neural Shock plus Materodine doesn't quite kill. Okay. So, how do we fix that? We got Holy Leader, that's good. Dentarafu, Stun Wave, Null Panic, and Null Poison. I think I'll head back after I go through this door. So that way, because then Surf should be done with Dark Leader by that point as well, so... know what I'll do, actually? Here's what I'll do. I'll set Vile Blade on Gale instead of Dia. We'll have Zeodyne, Wicked Curse, Vile Blade, and Secunda. And then, for Surf, I will set... What works that Surf has on those Ganeshas? Does Foul Breath work on them? I want to say Foul Breath works, but I don't know if it'll deal enough damage to kill them. This is tricky. Because they resist Vile Blade. So maybe I'll just leave this as it is here. I mean, I guess I could set, like, Jupiter's Fury? Maybe? It'd be nice if Surf had, like, access to Zeo skills, because then I could just do this without too much of a fuss. Actually, let's just do this for now. We'll have Gale use Mazionga for the Ganeshas specifically. And we'll see if that's enough to kill them. I'm not sure with Gale's magic, but we'll try it, and we'll see if it works any better than Neural Shock. If not, then whatever, we'll just keep using Neural Shock and Pterodine, but, you know. Actually, I don't think I'm going to head back, because I'm pretty sure the save point isn't too far ahead here. Later in the game, the more the mantra grid feels balanced. It's taken about the same amount of time to learn new ones as enemies get stronger. Yes, exactly, and that's actually a really big plus for me. It means that the mantra grid is a really solid form of leveling system. Oh, hello. Well, yeah, I was using a light ball. If you didn't have a light bulb on, by the way, they would get the jump on you like every other enemy down here. But yeah, it means to me that the mantra grid system feels like a very good, solid leveling system because of how balanced it feels like it is, you know. So, let's see. So let's Pterodine. We'll pass to Gale's turn and let him try to kill them with Mazionga. Yeah, I didn't think so. Well, it leaves us with 2, so Xanadu's gonna hurt a little, but that's okay, we can handle it. And let's see. You're working on Progenitor, so you can eat. And you're working on Dark Leader, so you should eat. Damn it. Alright, that's fine. We'll just heal it off. Whatever. Imagine going back and learning a level 1 mantra now. Eat 2 demons and that's it. Yeah, pretty much. I don't know if there's any level 1 mantras I would want at this point. I mean, I guess if you didn't get Teru Kaja at one point, it might be worth it going back and getting it, but... I've got it on a few people at this point, so we really don't need it that badly. We got Mind Charge. Perfect. Sarah's got 79 magic. Oh, she's gonna be a house, I'm telling you what. She's going to kill everything. I'm just going to use her for me diorama-ing right now. Actually, I don't need to, because Gale, as we showed there, actually has less chance of killing anything with Mazionga than CeeLo does with Neural Shock. So we'll just reset Dia right here. There we go. That'll work okay. Alright, I think the save point's right over here, if I remember right. Let me look at my map. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's either in here or it's the complete opposite way, but okay, it's not in here. This is a locker room, sir. That's fine. Yeah, it probably would actually be 1 demon now that I think about it. It probably wouldn't be 2. It'd probably only be the 1. So, I mean, if you fought 2 demons and didn't eat them, then yeah, it'd probably be that. Then it'd be 2, but if it was just the... If you consumed them, it'd probably just be the 1. We got the block ring out of that chest. That gives us... Okay, so this one's actually pretty useful if you're finding... if you're hunting for Omoicons, because if your attack is voided, you only lose that 1 press turn rather than 2. So that actually helps when you're fighting the Omoicons, because they like to void attacks that they resist, so... Yeah. It helps for that. Would have been funny if a bunch of Omoicons showed up right now. But, oh well. CeeLo, could you dodge one of those, buddy? That would help a little with us not dying here. Let's do this. We'll heal in a second. Let's just get some damage off first. Okay, that's helpful. See, Surf doesn't need to eat right now because he's done with Dark Leader and we're looking for the save points, so... we'll do this. And we'll let Gale and CeeLo do the consumption. And then we'll get rid of Ganesha next turn. Ow. Put it. Okay, let's do this. And that'll, yeah, put him in somewhat range. I'll let Surf eat. Or that'll happen and Surf will die. Never mind. Wait, hang on. Probably still... oh, okay, Mahamian. Never mind. Surf will not die. He will come incredibly close to dying, but he will not die. Sir, can you leave me alone, please? Thank you. Yeah, 7 HP, 2 HP! Panic! Panic! We're all gonna die! Playing dangerously. Always. Absolutely. It's in my blood. I have to. Okay, so save point is that way, then. Ah, it's okay. It is but a flesh wound. Flesh wound? Your arm is off! No, it isn't. I'll bite your legs off. Oh, wow. We have enough magic to actually kill them in one hit with Miragi dying now. Holy shit. I'm gonna have to switch to Miragion. Oh, boy. Surf, CeeLo, why are you so strong? What the hell? We'll go back in a second. I'm just gonna see if I can find the save point. Oh, hang on. Let me restart my PS2 here. Again, I swear that sound is like a sped-up version of the PS2 sound effect when the light bulb goes out. It's right here. Just go through here, and then it's like not too far from here. Right? I was saying right because I wasn't saying correct. I was saying right because we have to go right at the intersection. No. I was saying right as incorrect, but it's fine. Alright, do that. We'll let Gale shock him into submission. Nice. And then... yeah, just let's see what do it. Very good, very good. Wanted to have Gale do it because he could have finished Cruel Leader there, but it's not that necessary. Here's the save point. I knew I remembered it being here somewhere. Yeah, 'tis but a scratch. Alright, so Sarah will be done with one. Surf will be done with one. And like I said, if you keep going up the Dark Leader skill line there, you'll eventually get access to Magic Repel, which would be really nice to have, but, well, I don't know if we'll ever actually do that, so we'll see. But we've unlocked another Esoteric by finishing off Dark Leader there. Esoteric Mantra number 8. What does this one do? So this gets you Null Sleep. Not that it's as good in this game as it was in the previous game for the Super Boss fight. And this also gets you Mana Walk, which gives you a little more MP than Chakra Walk every time it gives you MP back. So that's pretty good. Let's see. We already got Fire Emperor for Surf. What else do I want for you now? We can start working on Curse for you again. So now both you and CeeLo will have Rakakaja. That's Maiden. Want this one. There we go. And then we'll just have Surf go right up this line for a little bit, I guess. We still need to get Cruel Leader, but that's almost done for Gale, and then we'll have this stat node done. We won't have this stat node for a while, though, because, I mean, $800,000 we'd have to spend to get that. We have it now, but doesn't mean I want to spend it. Let's see. Yeah, we can access that one. So that one's already unlocked. This one's not unlocked yet, though, so we'll have to worry about that eventually. But we're almost done unlocking all the esoterics now. It's really just getting this one over here because of Ice Master. I bought the thing without buying Ice Master. God damn it. Well, at least we've got it now for when we need it. Let's get Bufudyne instead of Rakakaja, and then we'll work on Rakakaja. Here I am thinking I already had it. That's okay. And Sarah's done with this, so let's start her on Mupti. Why not? We'll get Poison Rain, which will actually... it's a little better than Foul Breath. It actually deals medium poison damage with, of course, a chance to poison. And Fatal Charm is medium charm damage with a chance to charm. So I think it has a really high chance to charm now that I think about it, like higher than Allure. So it's a pretty solid skill to have. Granted, it cost us a lot of our wallet just there, but it's fine. We'll be okay. Our wallet's going to start getting chunks out of it the further along we go here, but it's no big deal. We'll figure it out. Okay. So, let's go backtrack a little bit now so we can get Gale Cruel leader, and we'll also go see what we missed in our process of making a beeline to the save point. Because if I recall correctly, if we go to the right here, it'll actually lead to that shortcut I was talking about that will get us to back to the save point. So let's just go backtrack and explore these other two little hallways. Probably just get some quick treasure, and then we'll be good to go. If I remember correctly, the boss fight is to the left of the save point, the next sub-boss, and then to the right is the shortcut back to the large terminal. So. Alright, so this is gonna suck for Gale and CeeLo. Might suck for all of us in a second, because, okay, now they've hit us with all of them. Alright, oh, nobody's dying, because they just kept Mahama-yaning. Guys, that's not how damage works. Okay, so Medea Rama seems like a good idea. Let's pass and let Gale get a press turn with Wicked Curse. There we go. We got 3 curses, so if we had the Al-Azif at this point, you could always use that to, deal some good damage. But, or rather, kill them, with potentially outright, because it casts Mamudo, but we don't have it, so we'll just do this instead. And then we'll do this, and sayonara, suckers! There we go. Unfortunately, no red meat in my diet today, but we'll get more in a little bit. Alright, keep gouging that vitality, Surf. We'll get to 500 HP eventually. Gale got all the stats that matter, that's good. He also got an HP heal, that's good as well. Because I'm going to need to heal in a second anyway. There we go. Just let Sarah do it, it's fine. We can use her MP for that for now. Boy, I haven't seen you guys since early on in the dungeon. Apparently you're coming back with a vengeance. It's funny how they, like, desperately try to hit me with as much magic damage as they can, and they still can't hardly even get Surf to 50% of his HP, even with one Agi dying. It's crazy. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Let's see here. Surf might be able to kill the one that's not frightened. Like this. Nope, not quite. Okay, because they resist hunt attacks. Okay. They resist all forms of physicals, not just regular physicals, as it seems. Or maybe physical repel gives them an innate resistance to hunt attacks. I don't know. I'm confused, bro. I got nothing. Alright, Conquer, go ahead and do some stuff. Take it easy. We'll see you on the next one. I should probably heal, though, shouldn't I? Because I think we're... Well, we're not that bad off, but I should still top myself off. It's an SMT... Self off, you're probably not doing it right. You're asking for a beatdown. So... Alright, so let's go explore this left path here after this door, but before the save point. And then we will... I'll probably explore the rest of the left path past the save point, but I won't go through the door that's there, because I know there's a door there. And I definitely don't want to go through it just yet. Okay, so this one's going to be a little tricky, because we can't use any of our Modine skills, but we do have an answer for everything in this particular battle formation, so... let's see. I'm going to Zandine you. And then... I think I'll just kill these two. Just to get them out of here. And then we'll worry about the Nandi after. But by inflicting damage on him, we potentially could have had him use Mediarahan on himself instead of attacking us, which, well, I mean, it would have let us kill him this turn, so it wouldn't have mattered too much. Alright, Gale got Cruel Leader, so maybe we'll make a pit stop at the save point to unlock that, that esoteric that's there. Violence is the universal answer. Oh yeah, in these games it usually is. That's the one thing that video games will teach you. Is it necessarily the truth in real life? No, but it sure works pretty good here. Alright, so let's unlock that esoteric. We'll get some more stats out of it. And then what the hell do I get for Gale now? He's pretty close to done at the moment. I guess I could get Fire Emperor for him. Because that wouldn't be too bad. We don't need it terribly badly, but I'll get it anyway. So we got more stats out of this node. Which stat did we get? Some vitality. Okay, that'll work. That should come in pretty handy for us. Okay, so we'll start you on Fire Emperor. And there we go. And now, we're all head full in terms of our mantras there. There is another field hunt point inside the airport here, by the way. And we will probably pass it up today on our way to the large terminal as we get out of here. But we'll worry about that in a little bit. It's not really a huge concern just yet. We'll come back and do it probably on the next episode before we finish up the dungeon. So, as a matter of fact, we'll definitely do it before we finish up the dungeon. But I think I'm on track to get everything done that I wanted to get done. At least according to my calculations here. The Archangels fight might take us a little bit, but if it adds a little bit of length to the stream, I'm not really too terribly concerned about it. Because it's a side quest boss fight, you know what I mean? So, like, if it adds a little bit of length, it's no big deal. I mean, the Beelzebub fight in the first game added a solid 25 minutes to probably both of the streams that we fought him in, so... Sir, that's gonna have to stop right about now. I love the Skull Ring in this game. It's such a great thing to have, and it definitely makes fighting Beelzebub in the first game worth it, because there are just enough enemies that use Darkness Elemental attacks where just having it after that certain point in time makes it so much easier to just stop them in their tracks, you know what I mean? So, oh good, 3 of these guys. Let's do this, and then maybe get away with it. Maybe. Not quite. Okay. Ow. Okay, goodbye, Cruel World, potentially. You got a crit, so that's not good. Goodbye, Gale, at the very least. Yeah, he's gone now. Really could have used the dodge here, CeeLo. That's okay. So they're pretty close to dead. So let's do this, and we'll get Gale up with a bead. We'll just use the rest of our beads, that's okay. We'll do this, and Neural Shock and Pray. Okay, good. That almost went terribly. We have just enough magic to not be able to KO those guys at this point, unfortunately. But, I mean, you know, what can you do, right? So they're not as much of a problem as they were in the first game, but, well, when you encounter 3 of them at a time, sometimes it gets a little hairy. So, I think we just saved, but I'll save again, because why not? No big deal. There we go. Alright, so let's look to the left here. Oh, okay. Apparently it's not what I thought. This is just a locker room, sir. We'll grab this. It's a good thing I came over here, though. Another Manjasaka. Nice. That'll put us a lot closer to rank 7. Perfect. Alright, let's get out of here. You hate that you're shopping around for a PS Vita? What are you shopping around for a PS Vita for? What game is exclusive to that you can't find anywhere else? And also, by the way, while I'm thinking about it, if you are shopping around for PS Vita, also look into a PS TV, because that's what I eventually ended up getting instead of a PS Vita, because it was less expensive, and I mean it wasn't portable, but it was also. It's just this teeny little thing, and I was like, well, if I'm only buying this for Persona 4 Golden, which at the time it wasn't on PC, I says, I'll just buy it for that, you know. So, yeah, I would say look into getting a PS TV. I think that's a good investment if you're looking for a Vita. So, I can eat you at this point, right? Yeah. Yeah, well, PS Vita. One of your PS3, PSN purchases is a Vita game. You thought you could play it on PS3, but no, you have to download it to your Vita. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that's a pain in the ass. But yeah, I would say see if you can get a PSTV, because when I got one of those, it was a lot better of a deal than trying to get a Vita, and because Vitas at the time were pretty expensive, so I just got a PSTV instead, and it worked out quite nicely for what I needed it for, which was literally just Persona 4 Golden, so... Alright, well, anyway, up we go. Okay, so what I'm thinking of must be, like, over here, then. I think we're almost out of the basement now that I think about it. So, let's use another light ball, because we're not quite out of this yet. To the left, I think, is out. Up here. Might buy a backup 3DS at some point, but those are kind of out of production. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's tricky with some of the older consoles, especially some of the portable ones, because they made a good chunk of them. Hey, more light balls. They made a good chunk of them, but after so many years of them not being produced, eventually it gets to the point where it's kind of almost like you just can't find them anymore, you know? Oh, good, and they can use Vanity. That's just gross. Okay, so I gotta pick one to wake up. Who do I pick to wake up? Probably Surf. Okay, well, this will end their turn, but... Okay, it didn't kill any of us. That's good. They're frightened now, which is good. I might be able to do this and then wake CeeLo up. So let's do that. Oops, Panacea. There we go. And then, let's see. Well, I know I can get rid of this one, so I'm gonna do it. More Vanity. Oh, that's fun. CeeLo, please stop Medea-rama-ing him. That doesn't help us at all. This fight's just... This fight blows. Why don't we dismute, and then we'll just charm CeeLo, and we'll wait our turn again. Fine. Yeah, Vanity's just gross. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Alright, Surf, if you could. And then play Dangerous with Gale's HP. And that'll work. Yeah, which game did you get on your PSN purchase there that you are looking to get a Vita for? It's a good question. Oh, Muramasa Rebirth. Okay, yeah, I know that one. I don't know why I know that one, but I know that one. A Vanillaware game. Yeah, I know about Muramasa. I'm not sure why I know about it, but I do know about it, so... So this door leads back upstairs, if I recall correctly, and it leads to the next sub-boss. So now that we've seen the entirety of this corridor, I think I'm going to go back and just, go from there. I probably didn't need to do that, but I said, I might as well. Don't feel like dealing with trying to mess around with those guys. So I'll see they got some magic. That's pretty good. And he got some HP back. Okay, there we go. So we've seen all the way to the end of this one. Let's go to the right. And we'll see if we can get up and around. I might use Nostoma Spray just because I think I'm getting a little iffy on time in terms of how long it might take us to finish off the Archangel side quest. So I might use Nostoma Spray in a second and hope it actually works out for me. I think Ganesh is just strong against fire, so I think if we do this, and we just transform... I think I might transform everyone except Gale, though. Because then if any of them use Hamayan or Xanadu or anything like that, we have a human that can just soak it up, because humans are naturally immune to expel elemental attacks. Do you have any resistance to Neural Shock, Beiji Wong? Yes, you do. Okay, well... That's okay. I guess. It's not as okay now that CeeLo is sleeping, but, we'll make do with what we've got, I guess. Alright, so... I'm gonna do this. And unfortunately, that Frighten is not going to actually be able to do anything for us, because... we can't eat him because Silo's asleep and Gale's not transformed. So let's just get Surf back, and then we'll go from there. Okay, that will eat your entire press turn, but... Okay, never mind, it's fine. We can get him now. Okay, Silo's asleep, not good for us, but we'll make do without it. Gale's not transformed. See, that's the thing that's kicking our ass in this particular fight. Well, let's get rid of Beiji Wong, because I know he'll be a pain in my nutsack if I don't do that, so... let's do this. I should be curing Silo's sleep, but I'm not, because apparently I like punishing myself. Especially when that happens, and now my healer's still asleep. Silo, wake up! I don't know what sweet dreams you're having, but it's not worth whatever's going on in there. Let's see. Let's use a Kit, because Kit should keep us alive from a Bufudyne. If he Mahamiyans, the Kit will bring us... I mean, we'll immediately come back down from where we are, so... But yeah, that'll keep us alive from a Bufudyne, so... Alright. There we go. Now let's get rid of you. So yeah, some of these battles get a little tricky down here, especially if they get the first turn or if you get ambushed. Makes things get a little bit more interesting than usual, so... Oh yeah, Miramasa Rebirth, yeah, it still looks fun AF, yeah, it's I think I've seen a little bit of gameplay of it, and it seems like it'd be pretty fun, so... Alright, like I said, I want to get out of here and make sure we get to those Archangels, so I'm going to try Estoma spraying and seeing if we get any less encounters on the way out of here. Those guys are pretty high level, though, so I'm not really counting on it being that useful. But we'll see. You never know. Here's a staircase. And here's more Ganeshas. And here's Wonderwall. Okay, so we've established this will get them to about 3 HP, but will not kill them, yeah. I hate that! But what can you do, right? And they didn't kill me, so that's at least very good. Let's do this. And then let's Tsukakaja, and we'll let Gale finish him off now that I'm at +1, and I've guaranteed that I can tear the other 4 HP from his body. There we go. Yeah, Sarah will be working on Mukti for a little while yet. It's a level 6 mantra, so that'll take a little bit. Thankfully, like I said, we have we can finish the Archangel's quest, so that means we have 4 Archangels we're about to munch on. And I think the field hunt is directly through that door now that I think about it. But this door should look a little familiar, because this door will lead us out of here. What was I saying? Yeah, we have a whole bunch of resources in terms of AP that we're about to take advantage of, so... If we don't quite have... I mean, if we're working on a level 6, don't worry about it too much, because we should still be able to, you know, finish everything off without having to worry too much. Okay, that gets rid of you. And I think we should be able to eat them both, actually. Yeah. Even though Surf is a little weak on HP. That's fine. We got it. And before you forget to heal like Karma Tower Playthrough 1, thank you for reminding me. I appreciate that, because that means now I don't have to worry about that happening and me getting viciously murdered like Karma Tower Playthrough 1. Alright, so anyway, this is the other door that I was talking about before that you can unlock from the other side, and it gives us a shortcut over to the large terminal that's over there. Now, I'm not going to go to the large terminal. What I'm actually going to do is walk all the way back out of here. I know, it's a pain in the ass, but don't worry about it too much, because then we can just teleport straight back to the large terminal once we come back here. And after that, it's just whatever's through that door, which is the field hunt, and then whatever's over there, which is the rest of the dungeon. And not that much of the dungeon left to go after that, so... Might make more scones, you crave sweets. Scones sound pretty good right about now, so I say go for it. I got a question. How are these cows always getting the first turn on me? Like, I'm not trying to say anything about cows, but like, I would think an airplane demon would be a little bit faster than a floating cow. Just a thought. I don't know. I've stopped questioning these things, I suppose. It just doesn't. It doesn't make sense, so I'm just gonna roll with it. Need to hold off on that. Need to go grocery shopping. Okay, yeah, probably better to make sure you have supplies before you know, use them for something when you might need them for something else. You know? Oh, you need to buy sugar. Yeah, it's kind of not really. Yeah, scones wouldn't really work without some sugar. So, okay, my Astoma spray's not out yet, but let's make a beeline for this save point. Okay, so now we can use this as a little bit of a rest stop. We're still working on mantras, right? Nobody's done? No, nobody's done. We're close to being done with Ice Master, but I don't think we'll finish it before we leave here. So. This is one of those weeks where you didn't have to go shopping last week. Oh, okay, yeah, I know the feeling. Yeah, because there are a few weeks for me where it's like that. I just didn't have to go shopping the previous week, so I end up, you know, just having less supplies for if I want to make something. So I know the feeling. Gonna go over 1 week's grocery budget, but you didn't spend last week, so you have extra. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, you know, it makes sense to me that you can kind of go over budget then, because it's like, well, you didn't spend in the last week's stuff. Oh, and if you thought you could get out of here with while encountering slightly less difficult enemies, no, because we went to the specific part of the dungeon where these enemies are encountered. Now you'll encounter them everywhere, so that's just great. That's a shock and a frighten, so let's take advantage of that, shall we? There we go. And let's Wicked Curse you. Maybe we'll curse you while we're at it. Yep, it did. Good. It'd be kind of funny if Curse... well, actually, no. I guess it wouldn't be kind of funny if Curse also dealt damage if you... what's it called? Healed yourself, because then that Mediarahan would have killed this cow. So I guess it wouldn't have been that funny, because then if I was cursed and I Mediarahan, it would just kill my whole party. Yeah, that wouldn't be good for me at all. Alright, well anyway. We're almost out. And don't worry, we don't got to take the Walk of Shame too many times here. So we got to go up and then down and then back out. And I think there's no encounters in that section, so... Oh, but let me Astoma spray anyway for the rest of this section, so we don't got to deal with it. Of course, you know, the problem with using an Astoma spray is that now, because of the fact that I'm repelling demons of a lower level, I'll only get the hardest encounters in this dungeon. So I guess it's a bit of a double-edged sword, right? Because you're not avoiding the encounters that have the potential to kill you, you're just avoiding the stuff that's trash mobs that you could just kill in one round no matter what, you know? But, oh, whatever. It works. Nice dodges. Those will help. Alright, let's do this. And, ooh, we got a stun on the Ganesha. That's good. Will I be able to kill him with Consume? Probably not, but... I'm sure gonna try! Okay, yeah, not quite enough. Let's just Neural Shock, and that'll get rid of both of them. There you go. Okay, that works. Let Gale do the healing. There you go. That's close enough. Alright, so I think we're in the clear in terms of encounters in this part, because this part, I don't know if I've ever gotten into an encounter in these first couple of rooms. You know, Fred's going to be very confused when I leave here, though. He's going to be like, wait, what are you guys doing back out here? Well, unfortunately, Fred, I thought about it, and now I know exactly where the Archangels could have been hiding. Because, as you may recall, we've gone to everywhere in the city to look for them. But you know where we haven't gone to look? Is the place where this all began. So let's go check out the very first dungeon of the game and see if they're hanging their hats over there. I think I'll sell my stuff later. First things first, let's make sure we get to the boss fight coming up. And I'm going to save here, and we'll do our setup for the boss fight in just a couple of minutes, like once we get over there. So, And just think about it this way. This is one of those boss fights where I might actually die, because we're going to need all 4 characters to actually do this, and it's a pretty complex boss fight. So if they actually do kill us, and I decide to call it a day right there, then it'll actually make sense that I named the episode Our Better Angels, because they would literally have gotten the better of us. But I'm probably going to name it that no matter what, so... But yeah, we got to go all the way back to the occupied sector to finish out the Archangels side quest and actually get AP out of them. You also get a mantra reward, similar to how you got Death Flies from beating Beelzebub in the first game. It's not Death Flies, but it's something, I guess. We also shouldn't get into any encounters on the way there, so it should be a quick jaunt just back through to the place where they're sitting. They don't directly tell you that they're here, so I don't know how you're supposed to know this, but I suppose they kind of give you a bit of a hint. Specifically, Uriel is the one that gives us a hint. He talks about those stone statues and how they turned people into stone originally. So where do you find the Archangels? Right up here, on the surface where those stone statues were first encountered. Well, you know, first encountered by us in-game, not in the intro. So that's where we want to go. So that's where we're going to go. So let's just head back through here. Shouldn't be too long of a jaunt here. We'll just go to that one save point that's as close as we can get to the actual boss fight, and we'll do a whole bunch of setting up. And oof, my god. It's probably going to take about as long to set the party up for the fight as the fight itself, so that'll be something. Alright, we can just go this way and get there. And the reason why it will take so long to get everybody set up is because, well, you may recall that when we fought the first 3 Archangels, they ran away. That means that them and the 4th Archangel are probably all having a bit of a powwow right now and saying, okay, how do we kill these guys? So that'll be great. Okay, so what do we want to have for this particular fight? We want the change ring on Sarah so she can do some shooting. And, anything else? I can probably leave the trick ring on CeeLo. That's not really overly critical that I switch that off, because it's got good stuff stuck in it, so. Yeah, we'll leave the trick ring on CeeLo. Okay, so now we need to figure out who's going to have what abilities and who's going to be in the party to start with. Probably going to start with Sarah Surf Gale, because, spoiler alert, we're going to be fighting all 4 of them at once. Well, one at a time, but all 4 of them in the same boss fight. So, we're going to have to make do with all of this stuff. Uriel, Gabriel, Remiel, unfortunately, isn't in this game, but Raphael is, and then, who's the last one? Dragalia Lost Thought Process. We'll find out in just a few minutes, if you're unsure or if you don't recall. That's okay. We'll figure it out. So, we're going to want CeeLo in the party at some point here, because he'll be useful against Gabriel. He'll also be useful against Raphael because he has Force Drain. So we'll probably send Sarah out of the party at that point. We have a couple of attack mirrors. We'll need Void Fizz despite the attack mirrors. And we need Mind Charge, a buff, and a debuff. And we want Surf and Gale in the party for the entire fight because Surf is going to have Mind Charge and Gale's going to have the debuffs. And if we're fighting them one at a time, we're going to want to be debuffing them. So that's what we're going to do. Alright, so Sarah, what are you going to do? You'll be in for 2 of these fights, but you'll be out for the other 2, probably. Yeah. We'll probably have CeeLo, Surf, Gale finish the fight, so you can keep Mutual Karma. Matter of fact, I might have you keep just that moveset, because you're either going to be shooting in the first phase, or you're going to be transforming back and using Zeodyne in the second phase, so really the only thing you need is Electric Boost and Electric Amp, so I guess we'll do that instead of Iron Stomach and AP Divide. Let me get rid of all these exclamation points first, though. And then stick that there, and then we'll swap that back for Mutual Karma. There we go. And yeah, that should be good. We pretty much just need Zeodyne, Electric Boost, Electric Amp, and then her gunshots. So that should be okay for us. For Surf, he needs a lot of different things. He needs Bufula. We don't have Bufu dying, unfortunately, yet, but we shouldn't need it that badly. So, actually, I'm going to keep Agi dying, because that's a good option, I think, for one part of this fight. We definitely want Mind Charge, so we're going to equip that. We're going to equip Makakaja, Sukakaja, Mind Charge, Ice Boost, Fire Amp. Matter of fact, I might do Fire Boost and Fire Amp. Excuse me. Actually, no, because I want to have Surf Void. I want to have Surf Void. I'll probably have him do Fire Drain for Uriel. And then that way we can do the Ice Shots, the Blizzard Shot 2s with Sarah. I should probably also give Sarah our best ammo since she's going to be the one shooting. So, let's do that. Give her the Charm Shot. There we go. And then, let's see. So yeah, Mind Charge plus Fire Amp plus Agidine will do a lot of damage for us. This feels like a post-game level side quest. I mean, it kind of is in a way. There is no post-game in this game, and once you go to the final dungeon, you can't come back and do the side quest, unfortunately, because, I mean, we're traveling to the sun. Not really any coming back from that, you know, but it takes a little setup, so. All right, Adam, take it easy. We'll see you on the next one. So yeah, that should be good for Surf for now. Although, I think I need to set Sarah up a little bit better than this because we will need some voids like Panic and Charm and Nerve and all of that stuff for when Gabriel gets here. They've still got the 3,500 HP that they had before, so that should make it a little easier to deal with them, but it's not necessarily going to be incredibly so. So should I set her up with some voids like Panic and Nerve and Charm and all of that? Incidentally, Gabriel's going to follow the exact same pattern that she followed last time. So she'll start with Panic, and then she'll do Mute, and then she'll do Nerve. And then she'll do Charm, and then she'll do Death. And ideally, she'll never get to even Charm, honestly. So, although I could just set those up with well, CeeLo's going to be attacking, so really it's not a good idea for me to do that with him. So I guess we'll set it up on Sarah. We'll do Panic here. I'm going to keep Medea Rama. We'll do Mute here. We want to keep Mutual Karma for her because she's going to be out of the party at the end of the fight. So we'll do that. Let's see. And we do want to keep Sukakaja on her because that plus Mind Charge will get us access to a skill, and then Secunda plus Mind Charge will get us access to a combo skill that we'll want to use. So. As for Gale, he definitely wants to keep Zeodyne. What do you got here? Power Wave? I don't really need that, but I'll get rid of the exclamation points, I guess. We want... Electric Drain's probably a good idea. Anything else? Void Fizz is also probably a good idea. Secunda's a good idea, of course. And so Zeodyne is fine. Secunda's fine. You don't need any other Unda skills because, well, you'll see why in a little bit when we get that far. I might even set Skullcleave and Power Charge for you because I think then all we'll need is just Electric Boost and Electric Amp for you to do a little bit of extra damage. So I think I'll set these up for you. Might be doing some power charging late in this fight, so that'll be fun. Okay, so there's that, and then for CeeLo, we don't need Pterodyne for this fight at all, so we can get rid of that right away. And we can get rid of Neural Shock, because we don't need that in this fight either. Might as well set these down here, because I know they're going to be probably at the bottom. What else does CeeLo want? Which voids did I set for Sarah? Panic and Mute. I'm going to keep Medea Rama on him, because that will come in handy for us as well. Never know. It might be, you know, useful for us to have. Let's see. Rakakaja. Yeah, I think I'll keep Rakakaja on you, because we might need that for something as well. Enervate won't really be necessary. I might set Void Panic and Void Nerve on you, although I think Force Drain is more useful. And then... So we did Panic and Mute for Sarah, right? Yeah. So we'll set Void Nerve on CeeLo, just in case we get to that point. I don't think we will, but just in case we get to that point, I'll, keep it. And then we'll set Void Charm as well, because we don't need Enervate for any reason whatsoever. So, okay. And with that, all of that, I think we're ready to take this one on. This one might be a little tricky, and like I said, we might die, so... If we do die, I'll probably just finish this fight next time. It's no big deal. So, but we'll see how it goes. It's just tricky because of the fact that, like I said, you're going to be fighting all 4 of them one at a time in the same boss fight. So you almost have to set skills to fight all 4 of them, basically, because you don't get a break to switch your skills in between the fights, so... And I mean, you have Mind Charge, we have Dying Skills, so we didn't have those when we first fought them, and that will make this a little easier, but, it doesn't mean it's going to make it incredibly so. Also, I just realized I want to do this and this, because Gale will probably actually be shooting in this one for Gabriel, because Tornado Shot is a thing, so we'll do that. And if we die, we'll just fix that so that it's done for us for the next time, so I don't forget. Alright, take 1 of the Archangel's boss fight for this side quest. There goes my Estoma spray, but we're in a place where there's no demons anyway, so that's fine. What kind of suspicious aura? I think I know. Let's go find out anyway. Yeah, I have no idea how you're supposed to know where these guys are, but this is where they are, so... And here they all are. So yes... Uriel, Gabriel, Raphael, and Michael. All here, all want to murder us. Well, then where did you come from? You guys really hold fast to your... The world is ending tomorrow. Like, you need to... There will be no millennium. The world's ending in a day. Less than so. So I don't know what you're thinking, but, well... We'll show them the error of their ways anyway, so... Okay, so because we have Mind Charge now, we gained access not only to Debilitate, but also to Charge. And we'll check that out in a second. We also got Thunderbolt, which has a high chance... It's like Leviathan, but it has a high chance to shock instead of doing any Unda skills. Charge is the big prize, though, because Charge lets you use essentially Luster Candy from other SMT games. It lets you do +1 to all of your stats with only 2 actions. So that's really nice to have and definitely going to come in handy for us here. So, and I probably want to do that like right away, don't I? Did I have Electric Repel on anybody? I think I set it on Gale. So let's do some charging real quick. And we'll go from there. And Gale and Surf can activate Debilitate themselves, so we'll do that in a second. That's what I thought. We are so utterly screwed in Dragalia. Oh, it's not going to work out too well, unfortunately. All right, let's get a press turn. And then we'll let Gale do Electric Drain, which I should have here. Yes, I do. Good. So now what you want to do in this particular fight is you want to... The reason why I wanted to have Charge before this fight and Debilitate is you want to get up to +2 and no higher. Additionally, you want to get the enemies each to -2 and no lower, because if you get them to -3 or you get yourself to +3, they actually have a Dekaja and Dekunda script where they essentially kill you in one hit because they do, like, Rage, if I recall correctly, or Demon Rage, or rather Psycho Rage, I forget, one or the other, where they give themselves a whole bunch of press turns and they'll just dispel all of your debuffs, dispel all of your buffs, dispel all of their debuffs, charge up, and then like Megadoli on your whole party for a ridiculous amount of damage. So I don't want to do that, so we're just going to do this instead. Spoiler alert, the head of the Apostles of the Northern Sect of the Church is totally evil and working for the Pope. Also totally evil. Well, that's fun. Alright, so there's that. We've done about 600 damage at this point, so I'll just keep that in mind for a minute. Their endgame is literally just to revive and release Satan into the world. Oh, that's just great. That's totally going to work out for you guys, absolutely. Okay, so let's have Sarah revert. And do some shooting with Surf's turn. Get some Blizzard Shot 2 going. We'll do Debilitate on Gale's turn because we'll get 2 press turns from this. So let's see how much damage we do. Nice! 756, so that'll put us at 1350-ish. So let's see, how do I want to do this? Can I get back to Gale's turn to do Electric Drain if I do this? I don't think so. Yes, I can, actually. Yeah, because we can do this, and then I can have Sarah transform, rather. And then I can pass, and then I can get Gale's turn, so that's what we'll do. I don't want to do any more damage to him right now because we might push him over the edge of his HP bar, his 1750, so instead of doing that, let's just do this for now. And then next turn we'll push him over and we'll do Fire Drain so we can go from there. I might not even go to -2, to be honest with these guys, because we're doing enough damage at this point where we really don't need the -2. We'll keep +2, but I probably will only save -2 for, like, when we fight the last guy, which is Michael in this full list. So there we go. And then, let's see. Can you do Blizzard Shot 2 with her? Yes, and that'll leave me with 2 press turns, I think. So let's do this. Yeah, it'll leave me with 2 flashing press turns. Nice! 906 damage. Actually, we might be able to kill him if I just shoot him again. But I don't want to go for the Gusto and, like, lose it. Ah, whatever, fuck it, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter! Bah! See? Doesn't matter. Yeah, if I would have gone for the Gusto and we wouldn't have killed him there, he would have used Judgment, which would have done about 500 damage to Surf, and he would have just bit the dust right there. So that wouldn't have been good. It wouldn't have hit Sarah for a weakness hit, but he probably would have cleaned us up afterwards because he would have gotten a press turn out of it. So, not a good idea. Okay, so now we're going to need CeeLo in, so let's bring him in. After I transform, we'll bring Surf out of the party, actually, and then we'll switch him back in. Actually, I kind of need him, don't I, to do Debilitate. So let's do Debilitate first before we switch CeeLo in, I guess. Now, the only thing is that CeeLo's not going to have... he's not going to have charge, because we only have that on Sarah, Surf, and Gale for right now, so... It won't be as useful against Gabriel, but Gale at the very least will be hitting like a truck because of Tornado Shot, so that should work okay for us. Let's do a Debilitate this turn. And then I think I'll Void Fizz. You know what I could do? Is I could deploy CeeLo where Sarah is. Well, actually, if I take Sarah out of the party, she'll lose her buffs, I think. I don't exactly know how that works, to be honest, so... We'll have to see. Anyway, let's just do a Void Fizz this turn and we'll go from there. Honestly, we could probably beat Raphael without even using CeeLo for right now. We'll definitely need him for Gabriel, but I should probably bring CeeLo in anyway. So it's fine. Let's just do this. We'll charge up again if we need to after this, and that did like almost 1,000 damage, so definitely going to need CeeLo now. Alright, so let's deploy CeeLo right here. There we go. Gained access to Cyclone as well, which is similar to Thunderbolt. It's force attack. It inflicts Terrunda on the enemy, so if they're weak to wind, that's a good idea. We might use that on Gabriel. We'll see. Do I want to use this? Yeah, sure, why not? Just to demonstrate it, you know, why not? And we'll do this, and then we'll Force Drain. And he'll be dead next turn, so that'll be fine. This should get Gale back all of his HP as well, so that'll be good. Are you going to, then? Well, let's see it. I kind of doubt it, Raphael, but I'll take your word for it. There we go. Well, that wasn't all of his HP, but it got a little bit back. So, yeah, 1,000 damage on that Zeodyne. Now, I'm not sure if Gabriel is immune to Zeodyne, unfortunately, which would make this a little trickier to deal with, but we'll figure it all out. It's no big deal. We don't have Mind Charge, so this is going to be the hardest one probably out of all of them. So I don't want to push her over her 1750 HP threshold. That's the main thing, and if we use an Impel Stone here to avoid having that happen, I'm fine with it. It's no big deal. Let's see here. So I want Gale to revert so we can do some tornado shooting. Can we do that with Sarah? We can do wind shot. That doesn't really help me at all. Let's see here. Well, we can void panic while we're here, because that's going to become a problem in a second. Let's see here. And then I guess we just Sandine again. And then Gale. I don't know, do I Impel Stone now? No, I don't think so, because I don't want to get her to Heavenly Smile. That wouldn't be good at all. So... I don't know, just toss a medical kit, I guess. Alright, let's see. So Tentarafu is first, as usual. And after this is going to be Silent Howl, so we'll work on that in a second. You can't... Now, if we Mazandined, it would do some damage, and probably would get us in decent shape. It'd get us 2 press turns at the very least. But do I want to do that? Or do I just want to pass? I think I just want to pass for now. We've done about... How much does this do? We've done about, I'm going to say 1,100 damage so far, total. So let's see what this does. Okay, so that's 14, 17. I might want to Impel Stone here, actually. So let's do that right now. Just so we can force this entire phase to be completely gone. Potentially. Potentially. Alright, we'll do that. Alright, this might go a little bit sketchy from here. So Heavenly Smile can inflict either Charm or Panic, so I'm going to... I'm going to Void Panic. Probably should Void Charm, but I'm going to Void Panic instead. And she'll be dead next turn, don't worry about that part, but it's just a matter of, you know, getting through Heavenly Smile. I don't know about that. Alright, we got 1 Charm. And hey, the Tentarafu, we actually managed to block it, so... Now, the reason why you want to be careful with this last phase is because after the first phase, when she starts using Heavenly Smile, her pattern becomes erratic. It becomes a lot harder to predict which skill she's going to use after this. So that's why you kind of want to try to end her as quickly as possible if you can. I'm gonna do this, actually, and see how much it does. Okay, that's pretty good. I want to heal Gale. So let's do that. And then we want a Tornado Shot. Oops. So this will give us 1 flashing press turn. Hopefully this kills her. Yeah, it does. Okay, good. Alright, we're good. We're good. Michael's here, but, well, we should be able to handle the rest of this fight from here, I think. Michael has no particular strengths or weaknesses. I think he's resistant to electricity and earth, though. So, Sarah, you're going to have to deploy Surf out, because he'll be able to give CeeLo charge, which is... Actually, I got to be careful here, because if I give CeeLo charge now, it'll push Gale to +3, which will force Michael's... what's it called? AI script to say, hey, I have to Dekaja and Dekunda and Mind Charge Megadoli on you now. So I think what we'll do is we'll just debilitate instead. That seems like a better idea. Let's see here. So what do we want to do with this turn? Zandine works okay on him, I think. So we're going to do... We're going to do that. We'll let him do what he wants the first turn. How about that? Because I got to get Gale back into transform mode anyway, so that I can debilitate on the next turn. Well, maybe if they didn't attack me first, at your orders, I might add. So yeah, Michael he uses a mixture of physical and magical skills. Probably better to have CeeLo in here. As a matter of fact, probably the best team for this would be like CeeLo, Surf, and Sarah, because then you can kind of just fire drain or fire repel when he uses those attacks, and that'll just put you in good shape. So I am going to... Because we got to get our debilitates off. So I would love to Mind Charge, but I also want to heal this turn. So how about we just do this first and keep ourselves alive for now. And then once we get our 2 debilitates off, we'll just start mind charging and blowing him up. He's got 5,000 HP, by the way, so you got to be a little more careful with him than you were with the other Archangels. And he also has a specific attack that he uses at, I want to say 1,500 HP left, but I'm not 100% sure about that number. We will use probably both of our attack mirrors by the time we're done with this fight, though. So if you didn't grab them from the dungeon, you may want to make sure you have them before you get to this part. So. Alright, so let's do this. We've got our debilitates off, so that's the important part. We dodged that, so that's good. Alright, so now we can start doing some charging. Do some mind charging, we'll do some power charging. CeeLo, you can stand pat for now, that's fine. And we'll see how much damage we do once we're done with this. Let's see how much this does. 868, not bad. We'll get there. Might take a little bit, but we'll get there. Definitely gonna need to heal next turn, though. Oh, okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Never mind. No, I probably should heal anyway, just to make sure that we're not gonna die. And Skull Cleave a go-go. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's what I was looking for. Nice dodges. So yeah, with the -2 on, it should make things a lot easier for us to deal some damage to him. So. Yeah, we'll see what we can do about that. If we still had our Impel Stone, I would say definitely use it here once you get him down to about where he is now. But, well, we don't have it with us, so unfortunately. So we'll have to, make do without it for now. Let's see. That put him at... Let's say that's about 2,600 damage. So I want to basically have it so that Surf and Gale can hit him on the same turn, where they've got Mind Charge and Power Charge up at the same time. So I think I'm going to charge them up and do that as best I can here. Because you don't have it at the moment. Let's Void Fizz, actually, and then we'll start setting up, and we'll see what we can do from there. Okay, so that indicates that he's past 50% of his HP. He'll start using other skills besides what he was using before. He'll start using usually the heavy random hitting skills, which, might do a little bit of damage to you, but we're okay for now. So, let's see. I want to Mind Charge. And then I might even Electric Drain, actually, so that way, because really the only weakness that we got to worry about here is electricity. Well, we got to worry about fire as well, but I'm not as concerned about that, so... or do I just do this and then Power Charge? I might just do this and Power Charge, because if I do that, I can push him over the threshold where he uses an attack that I know he'll use next turn. And then we can just... Oh, good Vanity. Fantastic. That's gonna... Oh my god. Well, that might be the run right there. Because Vanity is not cool at all. Because now we're gonna need to spend a turn fixing this shit. Okay, so I gotta get Gale unpanicked so he can use something else on us. Let's do that. If you had Magic Mirrors, by the way, you could avoid Vanity altogether. But unfortunately, I don't have any Magic Mirrors with which to do anything here. So that's just great. Let's see here. How about we use a Medical Tool? Okay, that's a little unfortunate for Surf. It didn't do that much, I guess, but it got him a press turn, which is not what you want to do for him. Okay. Ow. And Tempest. Alright, well, I mean, he didn't, smack Gale for any critical hits, so that at least is good. Alright, let's get this poison off of CeeLo. Actually, the poison can stay. I would rather have Surf be out of his sleep status. The poison can stay because I can actually heal it off, so I'm not really worried about that. Let's Medical Gear. We'll let him do whatever he wants, and then next turn we'll blast him with a Mind Charge, Doggy Dyna, Power Charge, Skull Cleave, and we'll let CeeLo use an item that hopefully will work out okay for us, even though... Okay, that actually really helps, because that means we don't take as much damage. So, let's do this. Now, just because it says he's almost dead doesn't mean you should slow down and, you know, just try to go for the gusto. Just take your time. Use an attack mirror. Or Void Fizz if you don't have any. But use an attack mirror because it will come in handy in just a second. And then we'll Skull Cleave him. And put him just barely out of range of death. But, watch what happens here. We might actually cause a bit of a fuck you to Michael here in just a second. Let's see what happens. Hold on. He might have just enough HP for this to be a funny little kill. Let's see it. Yep. So Omnipotence is the skill that he uses when he's below 25% of his maximum HP. It is a really hard-hitting physical skill. It's probably hits about as hard as, I want to say, Revelation. But since it's a physical skill, you can just use an attack mirror and just reflect it directly back in his face and murder him with it. So, fuck you, Michael! Okay, and for beating that fight, we get $500,000, just about, and a gospel. Awesome. We also got Bufudine, a little late for that, but that's okay. And we got Diarahan, nice. So there's your fight against the Archangels. And their solar data is flowing into the sky. What will become of them? Nothing. I'm just going to tell you that now. Nothing becomes of them. You never meet them again. If we had to fight them again in the final dungeon, I'd be a little upset, especially after all of that. But nothing. Nothing happens. They just leave. So, okay, but we beat the Archangels. Awesome. That was a stress test and a half, but it'll work. Excuse me. I'm not even going to heal, actually, because there's a healing node directly below us, so... Actually, so we've got the Charm Shot, right? We've also got the Gospel. It's a 160 power bullet. And it deals a lot of damage. So, yeah, we'll hold on to that one. I'm actually not going to equip it just yet because we shouldn't need it for what we're going to. I'll use it in the final dungeon, but let's use what we've got for the airport for now. So, and then... I'll just do that. We'll top ourselves off. Not that we're going to get into any encounters on our way down, but, you know. Just so that I can say I've got full HP. Okay, so let's get back down here. And we'll get back to base, actually. We'll go back to the underground city. And we will save it there. We'll reset our skills back to what they were. But congratulations, we've beaten the Archangel side quest. That and the super bosses... as far as I know, are the only side quests in this game. And the Jack Frost quiz, of course. But, yeah, I don't think we're going to get done with the Jack Frost quiz, to be honest with you, because we've only encountered Jack Frost once in our whole entire playthrough so far. And that means, I mean, we're going to be spending a lot of time in the final dungeon, but that doesn't mean that we'll be able to answer 90 questions in the final dungeon, you know? But, whatever, I guess. It's fine. And so for defeating Michael, if you go to a save terminal, it will confirm that you've defeated him, and it will add a new mantra to the mantra grid, the Dragon Slayer mantra. I don't think we can check on that one just yet, though. I think we need to get some different mantras first, but it should show us where it is in just a second. Once we're done with these two. A phenomenal power can be felt down here. So yes, there's your Dragon Slayer mantra. And we also unlocked this esoteric right here for more stats. What do we get? We got 3 magic. That's actually really nice, because that'll come in very handy for us. Okay, let's, and actually, let's see, I don't think I can check what's on this Dragon Slayer mantra. You can check the price of it, though, and Jesus Christ, $1.5 million. It probably has some really good skills on it, but yeah, that's even now, with all this money that we have, that's still a little outside of my price range. Oh boy. Anyway, we'll see if we can get Galefire Emperor for the next on the next episode. But first, let's get back to base, and then we'll worry about that later. Basically, all we got to do is we have a field hunt and then the end of the dungeon to do. The end of the airport, and then we'll be moving on to the last dungeon, which will put us in actually pretty good time on Saturday, because my plan on Saturday, and it might actually be a shorter stream because of my plan. My plan on Saturday is to finish up the dungeon, finish up the airport, and then go through all the crazy bullshit that gets us to the sun. And then once we get to the sun, there's actually a really, really nice quote-unquote grinding spot. I'm actually not even going to say quote-unquote because it is a grinding spot. It's a little bit into the dungeon, so we'll do a little bit of the final dungeon and we'll get to the grinding spot. But it's a really nice spot to do this stuff because the final dungeon has a few gimmicks to it where it makes it a little difficult sometimes for you to actually learn mantras, because sometimes there will be situations where you just plain old won't be able to eat enemies. And it won't have anything to do with the idea of, well, you know, I need to kill these guys or they'll kill me next turn. No, there's some other things going on there. It's hard to say what it is without spoiling it, but just basically know that it'll be better for us if we just get to the grind spot and then I do all of the grinding to get all the mantras that I care about before we move along with the final dungeon. And then next week we'll move along with the final dungeon and we'll probably finish up by the end of next week. So that is the plan. I think what I'll do is I'm going to go sell all of the extra gear that I've got that we don't need anymore. And, well, basically just the flowers and stuff. And I'll set up my skills accordingly to what we need for when we go back to the airport. And I'll meet you back here so we can go finish up the airport and head to the sun to have a little chat with God on the next episode of Digital Devil Saga 2, the Stream Edition, which will be happening on Saturday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So, thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream. I'll see all of you on the next one, which, as I said, will be on Saturday, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Until then, everybody, take care and have a good one. Whew! Yeah, those archangels don't mess around. You have to prepare for anything and everything in that fight, and sometimes it gets a little sketchy. Especially when Michael throws Vanity into the mix. Like, you could have a great run, and then he just uses Vanity, and it just completely destroys your run because you can't recover from it. So that's just great. But we got through it, so that's the important part.